Good evening and welcome to the PlayStation 4 South Australian National Premier League Round 19 action between Adelaide Olympic and the Adelaide Comets. Round 19 of the PlayStation 4 NPL season is proudly presented by AMC Commercial Cleaning. Visit their website and get a quote today. That's at amcclean.com.au. amcclean.com.au, our matchday sponsor for this very important Round 19 action. Today's matchday commentators, your usual suspects, Paul Pellizzari and Rob Peppicelli. Very good evening to you, Rob.
Yeah, good evening, Paul. Good evening to the viewers today here at the Parks Football Centre, the home ground of Olympic, and it's going to be a good game today. It's a local Greek derby game, Olympic up against the Adelaide Comets, and it's going to be interesting. Adelaide Comets at the moment in third position, and Olympic down there in ninth. So Olympic need that win to get into that top six, and also to move away from that relegation side. I don't think they'll get relegated because I think it's...
well, it is important.
We know that Cumberland are gone. They're in the State League for next season, but the Blue Eagles, Adelaide United are fighting out for that last spot to get relegated. So interesting game for tonight.
I don't think they'll be taking their foot off the pedal. Very important game for Olympic as we welcome our stats man Andrew Sperling in the commentary as well. Spells, good evening.
Good evening. I thought we sort of had scrubbed the stats man list, knowing how, poor I am at it.
Well, no, Chemist King have actually at Hectorville have said, no, look, we're going to give him another try. They like to nurture the young new talent.
All right, well, they better give me some, memory pills and do everything they got to make this all happen, Paul. So, but very much looking forward to this game. As you know, Comets were my prediction for to go top this year, and all of a sudden they've stumbled the last 4 or 5 weeks. So it's a big game for them.
Looking at their lineup, Spells.
Yeah, I know.
The guys on the bench.
Yeah.
We'll go through that very shortly, gentlemen, as we welcome our boundary rider. Thanks to Dry Creek Auto Wreckers. Ryan Marveggio back with us. Welcome back, Ryan.
How you going, everybody? Thank you very much. Sorry about the loss of voice. I'm still recovering from the flu. Can't shake it. A bit of man flu, but... we'll see how we go today.
I thought you were yelling for the power today. That was the rumour?
The first half I was yelling at the power, 100% to wake up. And then the second half I was yelling for the power to let's go. But, none of that.
Okay, we'll quickly go through today's results. Of course, a full round happened today. And I tell you what, as they come up, we'll see that very interesting table. And, of course, Blue Eagles, it's just looking grimmer and grimmer. But today's results, Rob.
Yeah, Croydon Kings, if you see on the screen there, defeating Para Hills 1-0. Adelaide City, a good win over Cumberland, 2-0. I think Anthony Costa scored a couple of goals in that game. Metro Stars going on their merry way with winning lots of games, winning today against Adelaide United Youth there, 3-2. West Adelaide, a good win over the Blue Eagles, 2-1, so it leaves the Blue Eagles in relegation zone. And Burkalla and Campbelltown drew 1-1 in today's clash.
Okay, that brings us to the next step of looking at the premiership table, and reads very badly for the couple of teams down the bottom, but I know that you said Olympic are safe, but I wouldn't say so.
I didn't say they were safe, but if they can win today's game, they should be okay.
Okay, looking at that table, Adelaide City on top with 44 points. Metro Stars in second spot with 40 points. West Adelaide, fair gap there, 7 points to West Adelaide third with 33.
So the all-important double chance will go to Adelaide City and Metro Stars. Can't see the others catching up with only 3 rounds to go. So, they should hang on to the top spot. Adelaide City and Metro Stars in second should get the double chance, both those two teams.
As Spells alluded to with the pointing of the form for the form team of the top 6 at the moment, West Adelaide, Phil Stubbins got them motoring along quite nicely. At the right time of the season, you'd say.
Yeah, sure has. It's just extremely impressive. I mean, we saw them at the start of the year.
4 wins in a row.
Exactly, and they've had some changes in their staff as well, over the year. They've and had a coaching change, and they've had all sorts of things going. But, you need to find your mojo at the right time of the year, and they've certainly done that.
Yeah, hats off to Phil Stubbins, and he's changed the team around as well, and he's added a lot of good youngsters in that team. So well done to West Adelaide.
Yeah.
They're in the top 3 at the moment. They're in the top 6. Should be playing in the finals.
And Croydon Kings just going under the radar. They're nicely in 4th spot with 33 points. Good form, as you can see there on your screens. Comets, they're the ones that have gone off the boil. Gee whiz, they need a win tonight, if for nothing else, a bit of confidence as we lead into the finals coming around the corner. And Burkalla too, just are they making up the numbers, boys, there in the 6, at 6 with 27 points, and fairly inconsistent
Well,
form
they've beaten
as
some big. They beaten Adelaide City last week, didn't they?
well. They come in good at the right time of the year.
Bert Keller, and a good draw against Campbelltown today. They were leading 1-0 against Campbelltown. So, yeah, Stevie Di Giovanello, since he's taken over, they haven't missed out on finals.
No, we've always been a bit of a fan of them. One thing we know about them, they're very, very defensive. So you've got to be good to score against them. And then once again, shown today with just a 1-1 ball game. So, you know, they're in there and they're going to be very, very strong combatants if they make that 6.
And probably the disappointment of the season would be Campbelltown. A bit of a fall from grace there in 7th spot. Still fighting for a berth in that top 6 with 25 points. But if you have a look at their form on the right-hand side, fellas, it's very inconsistent. Para Hills going along quite nicely. Could they be safe in 8th position with 24 points? Tonight's combatant, one of them.
I think they'll be safe, but they still want to go for that top 6. And next week's the all-important game for them as well. They're up against Bert Keller at home, which could give them a sniff for that top 6.
Decisive.
We'll be covering that on FFSA TV. Adelaide Olympic tonight playing in 9th spot, so they can jump to 24, and depending how they go with goal difference, might be able to snatch that 8th spot. But really, they'd be looking at safety at this stage. Adelaide United, the under-21, the under-20s there, should read 20 points just outside that relegation spot. And Blue Eagles losing today. Could it be season over? 16 points. And, of course, Cumberland holding up the table. 7 points this season had gone many, many weeks ago.
Still 3 rounds to go for the Blue Eagles to get something out of it. So if they can win their next 3 games, I think they'll be safe.
I think we looked at that run-in, Rob, and you'd be pretty optimistic to think that they're going to get through. Okay, boys, let's have a look at today's teams. Olympic, the home team, up against the Comets. It's round 19 action. Thanks to AMC Commercial Cleaning at the Parks Football Centre live this evening. Saturday night football comes to Adelaide. And in goals for Adelaide Olympic, Daniel Atkins is the keeper this evening, wearing the number 3, Matty Hearn. Number 4, George Haristokopoulos. Number 7, David Signore. Number 8, Manny Katapitis. Number 9, Christos Punendis. Number 10, Ricardo Hi-Ho de Silva, as Robbie calls him. Number 13, Costa Mantis. And you're not doing a double take because there was a Costa Mantis in our match of the round last week.
In the Blue Eagles lineup, so that's his cousin.
The Italian striker, Fausto Erba, wears the number 14. Here's a comeback from Johnny Farnham type era. Number 15, Aaron Westerveld. Back into the top flight.
Yep, he was player coach down at Salisbury, got the flick down there. He's made the move to Olympic as a player. Whether he takes over in the future, it's something to see. But he's a classy player, though. I know he's getting on, but he's a very classy player. Just watch him. Watch the free kicks today.
I like how
if he gets a free kick, he'll score.
So eloquently put, got the flick. I like that, Rob.
Why?
It's just very eloquent. Got the flick. And, of course, the final starter in the Adelaide Olympic team, 23, Andrea Dallera.
Another Italian import.
On the bench for Olympic tonight, number 19, Tito Bontor, 11, Thomas Brown, 17, Giulio Abadia, and the reserve keeper for Olympic, number 21, Joseph Shaiti.
Not forgetting the coach is Mickey Barnett today in the Olympic squad. Adelaide Comets lineup. For today in goals, number 1, Alexander Woodlands. Number 3, Matthias Kuzmicki. Number 4, Zach Hiristodolopoulos. Number 6, Sean Brennan. So that's an interesting player that he was captain of Olympic, made the move to Comets. So he's in the starting lineup. Number 9 is Andreas Wings, probably leading our top goal scorer, although Anthony Costa scored a couple of goals. So depending on the result, if he does score any goals, he might lose that top position. Number 12, Connor Golan. Number 14, Nathan Anianto. Number 7 is Lewis Farquhar. Number 22, Alan Welsh. The captain of the Comets for tonight is number 23, Mitch Nicholson. And number 25, Harry Karamides. On the bench for the Comets, and it's a good bench too. You got a man of the match last time we did see Comets, and that's number 8, Donny Pollock. Number 11, Valentino Yull. 17, Mohamed Samora. So they've got some goal-scoring power on the bench for Comets. And number 5, the youngster, he's a brother of Zach Hiristodolopoulos, and that's Alex Hiristodolopoulos on the bench for the Comets. Reserve goalkeeper is 21, Justin Meyer. The referee for today's clash is Daniel Cook. We call him Captain Cook, but he's the referee for today. Zinni Fan is the other assistant. and the other assistant is Torrin Cooper. So that's the official of today's round 19 clash here at the Parks Football Centre.
All thanks to AMC Commercial Cleaning, our match day sponsor, the round 19 action. We'll go around the table, boys, if you want to put your head on the chopping block. And with selections, we'll start off with our stats man, Andrew Sperling.
Yeah, well, I've got to stick with the Comets, boys. It would be silly if I didn't. So, I know their form is not reading that, it's by far, an easy selection. But we looked through their lineup, full of quality, plenty of balance. They've got to strike back tonight, the Comets.
I'll go for Olympic. I think Aaron Westfield will score the winner.
Gee, that's a big prediction. And we'll go to our boundary rider, thanks to Dry Creek Auto Wreckers. Ryan Marveggio looking comfortable out there on the far side.
Actually very comfortable down here, boys. Surprisingly, I thought it'd be cold, but I'm actually very comfortable. I think it's going to be a draw, to tell the truth, but a high-scoring draw.
Okay, I think it's going to, a draw.
5-5?
No, more 2-2.
2-2.
Yeah, I'll go with Ryan. I reckon it's going to be a draw tonight. I think, as the table doesn't lie, Comets in all sorts of trouble with their form. Olympic, I think they still are looking over their shoulder, Rob, not completely comfortable, and I think it'll be a fight to the end, but Olympic and Comets tonight for me, I think will
They've had some good results, Olympic.
Yeah, absolutely.
They've had some good results. They were unlucky last week, going down to West Adelaide. I think it was 3-2 that game, that scoreline. But I think Olympic, they made a change with a new coach. I like Mickey Barnett, coaching in the old days down at Metro Stars. He's won a few premierships down there, so he'll do well with Olympic, and I think like I said, they'll win today's game.
So has anyone gone for the Comets?
Yes, me.
Okay, because Olympic here at home, because Olympic are the home team, have played 5 times here against the Comets. They haven't won. They haven't won. So the Comets statistically would be favourite.
Got to do your homework, Robbie.
And you did it?
No.
So 5 times here at home, and
last night we
Olympic
said
haven't won.
Crows haven't beaten Geelong for a while.
Correct.
And that was against it. So
and we know that in this competition every week we walk away from this thinking, wow, this is a tough comp, and
it is.
Same sort of deal, that if you're off the mark, you'll pay the price. So once again, it'll all come back to a bit of intensity and who wants it more, and perhaps who just simply takes their chances.
Just having a look at Olympics' form of late too. At home they lost 2-4 to West Adelaide. Cumberland they beat 2-1.
2-4 last week, yeah.
Mm-hmm. They beat Cumberland, which you would think they should. But here's a good one. At home they beat Burkalla 3-2. So that's a real good result for them.
They beat Croydon as well?
No, away from home they lost 3-1. At home they beat Metro Stars 1-0. So they've taken a couple of good scalps here at home. But interestingly, statistically, not of the Comets in the last 5 meetings here have they taken their scalp. So
they're probably thinking, well, tonight's the night, because you won't probably get Comets at a better time.
And if you look at the Comets last week, that 1-1 draw with Cumberland, shocking result. Away they lost to Burkalla 3-2. At home they lost 1-0 to the Croydon Kings. Away they lost 2-1 to Metro Stars. So they really, their last victory, if you like, was at home to the Blue Eagles, 1-0, and that's, the way the table reads isn't too great a form.
It's hard to intellectualise it, really, is it? Like, when you look at the team, with Woodlands in goal and Weens up forward and Louis Farquhar, Welsh, Nicholson, Kerry Meaders, Sean Brennan. I mean, it just goes on and on.
But can we use the old cliche spells? The game isn't played on paper.
No, and exactly right. And perhaps that whole thing with so many guys brought in, they started like rockets, and for something obviously is not quite going right at the moment.
In Olympic, they got Matthew Hearn from Cumberland, so they sort of saw, their back line's a bit more solid than what they had in the past. So, and we know their strike force is very good. Fustor Edinburgh up front.
Terrific.
How's he going in the leading goal scorers? Have we got those stats?
Yes, I do have it.
Just while you look at that, Rob, Comets 5-1 thumped Olympic last time out in April this year, and that was for points. And in the Cup, they drew 2-2. So, Comets psychologically could be the bogey team.
He's got 6 goals
so
far this season. Yeah, he hasn't got much, but
been a bit
I think he's been injured. Yeah,
he's been injured, boys.
And Puanendes has got 7. So
Boys, you guys were talking about the ladder a bit earlier on. I just wanted to have a stat because I don't know if it's been released, but I think it's great for the state soccer here. Beliti, Hoisene Beliti from Croydon has gone to Denmark. He's signed a contract.
Wow.
I'm glad you brought that up.
So, I think it's fantastic. It shows that football in this state is still producing great players, and Croydon just shows they're a conveyor belt for some very, very good players.
So I can't understand. He gets picked up from a team in Denmark, you said?
Yeah, Denmark.
And a team here.
I can't
Adelaide United cannot pick a player like that?
I think it's FC Middelgen, so that's where Mobile went. I don't know if it's a professional contract. I'm pretty sure it's only a youth contract, but still, it gives the kid an opportunity. But if you're looking at the ladder, when we saw them 2 weeks ago against Adelaide City, he kept Anthony Costa very quiet. So
he did.
That, to me, is a big loss for Croydon.
He got our man of the match.
Yeah, he got our man of the match as well. But congratulations to the kid.
Yeah, beauty.
We can discuss that more at the halftime show as players make their way out here onto the park at the Parks Football Centre. Angle Park dog track there in the background. They're not running tonight. It's a Globe Derby tonight, Rob.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Thursday nights is the night here, but Saturday night is the night here for the Parks Football Centre. Round 19 action. I think a very crucial game spells for Olympic. And they could, Comets might be right for the picking tonight.
Well, the form they're in, and you simply can't flirt with form. So, they're not in great form at the moment, Comets, and considering they are a bit of a bunch that's been pulled together, it's not as if they can resort back to years of service with each other and know what they got in. They're discovering each other as well. So this is going to be a really interesting game tonight. I mean, I've been looking forward to seeing the Comets. I wasn't here the last time you guys covered them. So, as I said, I had high hopes for them at the start of the year. I thought their squad was solid enough to take them right up there. And they looked like it for the first sort of half. But they've really drifted off in the last 5 or 6 weeks. So a lot to be done for Comets tonight.
Not forgetting our sponsors for today. Just quickly, we'll go through them half-time in depth. But our boundary ride is brought to you by Dry Creek Auto Wreckers. Top goal scorer is brought to you by the AOS Group. Scoreboard sponsorship, Parlamento Bistro Cafe. The stats is brought to you by Chemist King. Time clock sponsorship, that's brought to you by Viv Sports. The Round the Ground scores, it's brought to you by the West Beach Pizza Bar. And the Player of the Year award, that's brought to you by Boost Juice Hollywood Plaza. And I'm forgetting our man of the match after the game. Obviously, Ryan will speak to the man of the match. He's brought to you by the Marcelina Pizza Bar.
Of course, Olympic in their blue and white strip tonight, predominantly blue tops, blue shorts, blue socks, and the away team, the Adelaide Comets, in the all-white. Looking a little Leeds United.
Is that usual for them, boys?
The away strip.
Comets, that's their away.
It's their away strip, yeah.
I like the look of that.
If they wear their normal strip, they'll look a little bit like an Olympic. So.
Well, no, isn't their normal strip like Inter Milan, black and blue?
Yeah, but you still got, it looks a little bit the same.
Oh.
A little bit.
A little bit, Paul.
A little bit.
Referees are very...
pedantic.
Pedantic when it comes to that.
So it looks like Olympic will be kicking to left of screen and Comets going to right of screen.
Well, it's a bit chilly out there for Ricardo tonight as well. He's got the gloves on.
As has Rob Peppicelli.
I found out tonight, which is interesting, because I spoke to Rico, one of the referees, that the referee's got an armband that the linesmen have got their flag. They've got a button on their flag and they'll press it if it's offside and it'll
activate the... Wow. Bit of technology.
Know that. I mean, thanks, Rico.
Wonderful stuff.
So they've actually got a button on their flag, the linesman, the referee's assistant. Do you know that, Paul?
No.
You're right there, Robbie. It's a nice green button too.
You seen it?
Yeah, he's just run past me.
Is that just to get their attention or just
to let them know it's offside?
To alert them, yeah.
To alert them.
Alert them for anything.
Yeah.
I think that's
offside.
a great idea.
Yeah,
and it's got the armband. See the armband he wears, that black one?
Yeah, but it can alert for anything as the game is underway here. Round 19 action thanks to AMC Cleaning, commercial cleaning, and already on into attack are the Comets. And Olympic with some defending to do. Coming to meet it was Penendis. Let it go over the line. Penendis gets a touch on it. Westerveld looking good for his comeback game to the top flight, but to no one in particular. And Nicholson goes back to his keeper, Woodlands, to start the build for the Comets.
Well, Ricardo De Silva's borrowed my gloves today. I'm wearing gloves. It's not that cold, is it?
No.
As it goes all the way back to the keeper for the Comets in Woodlands. Left-hand side of the park. go into attack. But mopped up by Olympics defence and goes over the goal, out for a corner, I think, was it?
I think it might be a throw in, Robbie.
Okay.
Just.
Getting a bit of static, I think, from your mic, Ryan.
So it is a throw in for Olympic on the far side, looking for the play there in Manny Katapitis. But Comets have got it, left-hand side, trying to go through and goes over the sideline. Once again, it'll be a throw in. So it'll be Olympic with the throw in. Take it down the line. Player got pushed over there. That was young Signori. David Signore. As it quickly take, a referee wants it back though. On that far side.
I reckon that might have to be elevated just a bit more because that metal is interfering. Yeah.
Yeah, put it on top of that one. So it'll be a quickly taken. Aaron Westerfeld's got the ball, goes out towards Matty Hearn. He looks for the right-hand side of the park. Goes in, but the Comets with it. Andreas Weens goes all the way back. Captain Mitch Nicholson with it. Looks up for some support, goes inboard. Goes out towards the play there for the Comets. Goes back inboard. Hernandez. Still where they go into attack. Olympic, left-hand side, Fasto Erba. Goes inside the box, tries to cut it back, but it's cut out there by the Comets defence. On the right-hand side of the park, they go into attack, looking for Andreas Weens. Easily getting to the ball there for Olympic is Matthew Hearn, all the way back to his keeper there in Daniel Atkins.
I think there's an 18 out there for Comets, Ryan, if you can find out who that is, because he's not on our team sheet. Has now the ball, some defending. Deleta doing the defending for Olympic. Tidying up was Welsh for the Comets. Welsh has the ball. Still in their defensive half, Comets. Kuzmicki goes backwards. Central Anianto. So Comets now come grandstand side. Kedamides goes backwards. Switch of play there by Haristodopoulos. It's been turned over. Comets just into attack. Getting ahead on it. Sfarquhar looking for a free kick. Westervelt cool under pressure. De Silva. Some class and experience there. Nice little tap on Punendez. Back to De Silva. Up the line. Edberg. Nice little back heel, but it didn't come off.
Golan.
I found our mystery number 18, boys.
Golan.
It's just, yeah, it's Golan. He's not number 12. He is number 18.
18, yeah.
Thanks, Ryan.
So throw into the Comets, right-hand side of the park. Goes down the line, looking for Andreas Weens. Referee on the spot. Saw an infringement. So it'll be a free kick to Comets. Karamidas leaves it for the player there. Try and pick him up. Actually, Karamidas goes
Haristodopoulos. It's Haristodopoulos with the ball.
Haristodopoulos.
Haristodopoulos. Haristodopoulos,
Oh,
actually.
Dolopoulos, yeah.
I've left out an OU.
Goes out left, right-hand side of the park, or left-hand side.
It's the captain there, whoever that is.
Yeah, Mitch Nicholson.
Mitch Nicholson.
Back to Haristodopoulos. Goes right-hand side, goes to Golan. Golan gets it out towards a cut back there by Farquhar. Well, he's trying to cut it back. It's hit a player and it's out for the corner. First one, Spells?
First one.
Well, it's very interesting to see Mitch Nicholson. He's usually more of a dynamic midfielder bursting into the box. To see him play in centre-back is quite interesting. I don't know if he's carrying an injury and maybe they're setting him back so he doesn't, they can sort of prolong it with Alan Welsh moving into midfield.
Good work there on the replay there. Farquhar from the corner kick. It's punched away, I think. Still under pressure, but Olympic will get it out eventually. Goes to the far side, giving chases Katapitis. Played it up the line, put his player under pressure there. Punendez gets upended, another foul. Maybe the first one committed by the Comets tonight.
Correct, thanks to Chemist King.
Far side of the ground, Olympic with a free kick. Daletta to take it. Nice low ball, ill-directed and easily into the arms of Woodlands. So we've just gone almost 6 minutes of the first half here on the Viv Sports time clock. Parlamento scoreboard, Olympic nil, Comets nil.
So Comets with the ball. Christodoulos goes out towards play there, Anianto. Anianto right hand side goes short. Back to Farquhar. Goes Farquhar trying to go on his own. Gets the hard cross there for Andreas Wiens to do anything about it. Cleared here by Olympic. Only as far as play there in Kuzmicki on that far side. They get the cross. Gee, Farquhar thought he was going to get to it, but easily cut out there by Daniel Atkins.
Good dangerous ball by Kuzmicki into the box. Kept Atkins honest. Good clearance. No breeze to speak of, and our boundary rider, thanks to Dry Creek Auto Records, will probably confirm that.
Exactly right, boys. It's beautiful down here. Just nice and chilly.
Woodlands goes wide. Mitch Nicholson, I should say. Nicholson now. Plays at central. Welsh looks up. What's on offer? Nothing, so he goes backwards. Nicholson. Anianto under pressure did well. Gets it back to Nicholson, who played a hard one down the line, too heavy. And that'll trickle out for a throw-in. So the press coming now from the Comets to keep Olympic boxed in. Going across to take it. Aristokopoulos for Olympic. Wanting 3 points tonight. Blue Eagles losing earlier on today. Good little turn there. Signorek couldn't do too much with it. Erba, he gets upended and wins a free kick. So another foul committed by the Comets. Erba coming in for some close attention there.
So right hand side of the park, it'll be a free kick. Delata will take it. Import from Italy, got a couple of them. The Italians there playing for Olympic. Delata and also Erba. So cuts it back, goes out towards the play there. Oof. Matthew Hearn.
Under pressure.
All the way back to Atkins. Goes into attack. Captain is Erba for Olympic. Controls it. Goes to this high hold to Silva. He's got his gloves on today.
50-50 there, I thought.
Quickly takes that free kick. Cleverly done, but in the way, defence of Comets. Goes to the player there in Brennan. Former Olympic player, former captain of Olympic, now playing with the Comets. A lot of movement in the NPL halfway through the season as a throw-in is taken. Signore in the way over the sideline for a throw-in. On the far side, it'll be Kuzmicki to take this. Early in this first half, approaching 9 minutes. On the Viv Sports time clock, Parlamento scoreboard, it is 0-0. As Andreas Wiens leaves it for Brennan. Brennan with the ball, knows how to run with it. Good on his left foot as well. And
wins a throw-in.
Yep, goes over the sideline for a throw-in.
Brennan and Wiens combining nicely there, applying pressure to the Olympic defence. Westerveld organising his charges back there. Comets with a throw-in. They were looking for the go-to man, Welsh. And in the end, they couldn't keep it in, Brennan. And that'll be a throw-in to Olympic. Far side of the ground, Aristokopoulos to take it. Still no goals here on the Parlamento scoreboard and almost 10 minutes gone. The first half on the Viv Sports time clock. From the throw-in up the line, Edba was the target, does well, dancing around with it, needs some support. They get in each other's way to Silva and Erba, and in fact they do win a free kick. In fact, they give away the free kick, Olympic. And the Comets will take this just shy of the halfway line, or just forward of centre for them. Far side of the ground. Nicholson to take it for the Comets. Could put it, I thought he was going to go to the tip of the 18 up. Do you see any percentage in going backwards from a free kick there, Ryan? Right in front of you too.
Oh, yeah, keeping the ball, because going forward they haven't been productive yet, so...
Trying to find an opening.
Yeah, exactly right.
Cut out, De Silva's with it. Goes short to Westerveld. Aaron Westerveld. He's been around a long time. Did he play National League, Ryan? Aaron?
Aaron, yeah, he played, was in the first season of Adelaide United.
Oh, that's right. A long time ago.
When there were a lot of South Australians in the team, Rob. When the Federation actually owned them.
All South Australians, yeah. So it goes out Yudhisthidolopoulos with it. Trying to find Andreas Wiens. Goes to Anianto, knows how to run with it. Well done there by Karapitas. Kept him away, goes to Ponendes. Cleverly done. Delara back to Ponendes. Loses it though. Well run there. Also there for Olympic was Costa Mantis. Yeah. His first game in the senior squad. The young lad. Did well then, and a throw into Olympic.
Came to the rescue, all right.
So Mantis looking for some support. Goes down the line. Ponendes was there, also Keramidas, but Yudhisthidolopoulos goes all the way back to his keeper in Woodlands. Back to Yudhisthidolopoulos. Looks up for some support. And Ianto's there. Just pushing it around at the moment. The Comets trying to find an opening. Goes out to Welsh. Goes right hand side. Farquhar gets a low cross there. Chance for Wiens.
Good defending, Hearn.
Yes. And it's going to be cleared here by Olympic. And over the sideline it goes for a throw-in.
Great defending there by Hearn. Comets are looking dangerous when they go forward. Wiens obviously the go-to man. Mantis now has the ball at his feet. Good pressure by Anianto. Shields it, wins the throw-in, take two. Comets looking dangerous, but don't underestimate the counter as Erba under pressure. Does well with the turn. Needs support, doesn't get it. Comets go back to their keeper, Woodlands, who takes it wide, goes further wide. They come now, far side, Comets. Target was Brennan, didn't get there. So now Katapitis, middle of the park for Olympic, goes wide, chipped forward. It's been cut out by Nicholson. So good defence by the Comets. And a late foul there by Olympic.
Olympic are looking very one-dimensional. Every time they go forward, it doesn't look like they know what to do with it. It's like give it to Erba and then nothing. You know what I mean? They need to change something up here.
So they're going to attack the Comets. In the way, it's Delara. Ends up with Anianto. He's been busy. Yudhisthidolopoulos. Keramidas with it. Back to Yudhisthidolopoulos. Anianto goes out wide. So Captain Nicholson. Mitch Nicholson goes out even further wide.
Out of play.
Because Mickey couldn't keep it in. And out for a throw-in. George Yudhisthidolopoulos will take the throw-in. Referee just telling him to go back a bit. And goes down the line. Hit it on there, I think it was Signore. But the Comets were well read there by De Silva. Hail De Silva got it out towards Signore. I think it's Signore. No, it's Katapitas. Now this is Signore. He'll get the cross in deep. The back post, Ponendes, and he's shot there over the crossbar. Good move by Olympic, and not a bad chance there by Ponendes, but over the crossbar it goes.
Yeah, good build-up there by Olympic. Their first goal attempt, I reckon, Spells.
For the game.
Yep, thanks to Chemist King Hectorville. Nicholson back to the live action. Far side of the ground for the Comets. Wiens, Farquhar. Could have gone himself, does go himself, and goal attempt off target. No threat on goal for Atkins. That'll be a goal kick to Olympic. We've gone almost 15 minutes of the first half on the Viv Sports time clock. Parlamento scoreboard, Olympic 0, Comets 0. This round 19 action thanks to AMC Commercial Cleaning. Game day sponsors for this live action from the Parks Football Centre.
So it'll be a goal kick. Be taken here by Atkins. Go short to Hearn. Looking for Ponendes. Controls it. Pretty clever pass. Was looking for Erba, but goes all the way back to Woodland, and he
coming our way.
Sends it over the sideline for a throw-in. Taken here by Costamantis. Does well to get past the player. De Silva's trying to go short to Mantis. Tussling there and it's given away a free kick. So it'll be a free kick to the Comets.
So foul by Olympic. That'll
Welsh.
be their
Fifth.
So Hristos will take it. That's Zach Hristos. Chips it up. Looking for no one in particular, but back at the post there, Golan was there. Connor Golan.
Completely misread that, Rob.
Yep, and that goes over the goal line for a goal kick.
So goal kick to Olympic. It's that, is it? So Atkins now, nicely weighted goal kick. Getting his head on it was Welsh. Anianto back to Welsh, centre circle, Comets. Should come into attack from this foray. Anianto comes to offer, it's ignored. Aristodolopoulos. Good sliding tackle. But still, through Golan, goes backwards. So Comets now, good searching ball, finds Farquhar, couldn't control it. And that's gone out of play for a throw into Adelaide Olympic. The home ground here at the Parks Football Centre. Mantis to take the throw in. Gee, awkward one. Gee, high foot by De Silva. Could have been a free. Farquhar does well to control it. Nice little through ball. 1-2 with Farquhar. He's in the box. Shoots, took a deflection. And that will be a corner kick. So a goal attempt for the Comets. Just see on the replay who
should have done better than that once he got in that good position.
Well thwarted by the defender.
Should have, yeah.
Who was that? Number 4, beautiful.
Aristokopoulos,
the defender, saving possibly a certain goal.
Yeah, he did.
Still had Atkins to beat from the corner kick. Headed away, player felt in the box, off the ball. It's Nicholson, referee doesn't want a bar of it. Comets will come again. Far side of the ground. One way, then the other. Should get the cut back into the box, but too heavy and easily cleared. Katapitis.
So Katapitis with the ball for Olympic. Can they get something going? Goes out to High Hall De Silva. And that goes over
Keep it there, Ryan. It's a bit better there. I think when you go down to the chair, something with the metal. That's better. Still flicking, mate.
So it goes chested down. Trying to find Anianto. Golan. And this goes all the way back. Is there a free kick?
Yep. Beautiful.
Referee Daniel Cook.
Comets took the words right out of my mouth with that last move there with Farquhar. I was feeling like they weren't penetrating enough. They were getting too much getting wide and trying to swing the ball in. It's hard when you got two big centre backs and Wines is trying to beat both of them. They're penetrated through their clever play in midfield,
that too.
And I think that's their first actual real good goal attempt.
So free kick, Westervelt will take this free kick. He'll chip it up, or it's
that's nice.
Nice free kick too, nice and hard. Trying to clear it there. There's a bit of a ferry tap there by Farquhar.
Ferry tap. That's a new Bevercelli one. A ferry tap.
Well, a little slow tap. Soft tap, maybe, I should have said. As a turn there by Anianto.
Deft
goes
touch.
back to Farquhar. I think people knew what I meant. Goes out to Anianto. He's got a chance to maybe have a crack from there. Crack it, son. No, he doesn't. Holds on. Now he cracks it. And through a sea of bodies there. Keeper did well to actually save that to get down.
Yep.
And a good attempt there by the Comets.
Well done, Atkins. As Robbie said, he would have had a few 10 pins in front of him to see through. Nicholson clears the danger for the Comets up to the halfway line. Farquhar, deft touch to Weens, back to Farquhar, but they've turned it over. Weens gets it back again. Anianto heads it down. Weens from distance.
Yeah.
What? Just wide. Gee, Weens saw the keeper off his line. And that's quite a few goal attempts. We'll see this on the replay. Weens lined it up, saw the keeper off the line.
Look good.
Beautiful height. Keeper scrambling just wide of the upright. A few goal attempts there, Spells, this half.
Yes, that's the fourth for Comets.
They come again, the Comets. Olympic with some defending to do. Weens just outside the box, 45-degree angle, plays it back. Good defensive work in the end by, who was that? Manhern from the throw-in. Comets get pushed back. Nicholson chips the ball to no one in particular, and that's out for a goal kick. So they look threatening, the Comets, when they go forward, probably a little more so than Olympic, but yet to make it count on the scoreboard. Still 0-0 on the Parlamento scoreboard. Viv Sports time clock, 21 minutes gone first half, and this round 19 action live from the Parks Football Centre thanks to AWC, Commercial Cleaning, AMC, sorry. Got to get my glasses going again.
Yeah, it's got the AMC sign on the far side as the goal kick is taken. Welsh went up and it goes over the sideline for a throw-in. Grandstand side.
See, they really use Penendez's height. They go to him in the air a lot from goal kicks and throw-ins.
Anianto goes back to Mantis. De Silva goes backwards. Dalera. Nice looking pass, but intercepted there by the Comets defence. Brennan wins it. It wasn't Brennan, sorry. It was Karapitas. Nice. Goes into attack. Edinburgh. Keeper did well to come out, though. In Woodlands. Quickly throws it out. Goes to Mitch Nicholson, the captain of Comets. Ends up with Brennan. Back to Kosmicki. Mitch Nicholson to some heavy bodies. That was Welsh there.
Finally.
Going through, and free kick to the Comets.
Referee just going to have a chat, I think, with... No, he's not happy with something. Penendez's knees, socks, shin pads.
Blood rule, boys.
Blood rule. I'll get there. I would have got there in the end if I would have gone through everything.
Just a cut on the knee.
Yeah.
I'm sure he has to pull his socks up. The referee can't tell him to pull his socks up, can he?
No, I think just he was going to try and cover the blood.
Yeah.
But, that didn't work.
Wipe the blood up.
So Comets now on the charge again. Gee, from distance again, a low worm burn, if I may, Rob. Aristodolopoulos off target, but another goal attempt for the Comets. Nothing to show for it on the scoreboard, which incidentally here at the Parks Football Centre isn't working at all, as you probably see in the background. But I can guarantee you our Parlamento scoreboard is up and about.
Don't worry about that.
So the goal kick taken here by Atkins goes short to Matthew Hearn. Gee, well chested down there by Erba. Very classy that was. Katapides to Westervelt. Right hand side to Christopoulos. He gets it into attack, deep into attack, but too close to the keeper in Woodlands. Quickly throws it out. Right hand side of the park. Goes out to Karamitidis. He goes inboard to Anianto. He's a chance, but I think he would have been in the offside position if he collected that one. And that goes harmlessly over the goal line for a goal kick. Here at the Parks Football Centre, which just played just on 24 minutes. And that's on the Viv Sports time clock. Parlamento scoreboard, it's still 0-0. Last game of the round 19.
Here's a theory, Ryan, just maybe in between the PS4 sign and the IP partners, away from that metal pole, which might be detracting from your radio waves. Well, it could be a metal chair as well, actually.
I was nice and warm, boys, here in this way. You're killing me now. Get these old legs moving again.
So from the goal kick, ball in the middle of the park, Comets come again. De Silva, sliding tackle, play on, says the referee. Welsh goes wide. That's a free kick, surely, without doubt. One of the easier ones to give tonight. Just watching that on the replay. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Nico Signore.
7th foul committed by Olympic, which is a little bit supportive that the Comets are putting some pressure on.
Left foot in, swinger into the box. Couldn't beat the first man. Westervelt did well to get it to Adaba. Nice little touch on. Signore now. Gee whiz, not good in that disposal. Turned it over cheaply. And Woodlands. Chance now for Comets to rebuild once again. I don't think that theory worked, Ryan, but anyway, it's a little bit better. Maybe keeping it up there is good. So Comets now, far side of the ground. Brennan running out of space in the end. Coming across is Christopoulos to take the throw. Plays it up the line. Signori giving chase but won't get there. And Welsh sees it over the line for a goal kick. So we've gone over 25, almost 26 minutes of the first half on the Viv Sports time clock. Parlamento scoreboard 0-0. Comets want to try and resurrect some of that form leading into finals, and Olympic want safety. That's what's up for grabs here.
So Comets with the ball. Anianto's been busy as always. Looks for support. Gee, a terrible pass, that one.
It took a deflection.
Though.
Yeah, I didn't see that deflection.
Still would have gone out, even though it's deflected. But it's Anianto again. Squares it up. Goes to Mitch Nicholson, the captain. Looking for a player. Ends up with that player. Right-hand side, they go to Farquhar. That was Golan. Golan to Farquhar. Farquhar's got the bit of a hog there, shooting a few times.
Yeah, angle against him, just looking at the replay. And it's easier up here, of course, in hindsight, but the chip into the 6-yard box.
Third time he's done that.
Yeah, and his touch just hasn't been great.
No.
I know you would think he'd try to share it around a little bit and play some percentages, but there's a poor throw-in. Straight back to him.
Throw-in quickly taken here by Farquhar. Trying to find Andreas Wiens Poenendes. Trying to get to it. There is Pastor Erba. Christodolopoulos did well.
Yeah, he held him. Erba held him.
Shouldn't play on though.
Yeah. Gee whiz.
They had possession.
That was nowhere near where the free kick was.
Okay, quickly taken.
Good
well
steal.
Cut out there by Karapides. Right hand side of the park. Goes backwards. Christodolopoulos. Goes into attack. In the way though, the defence of Comets. It was Welsh. Westerveld wins out. Gets a pass going to Hearn. Outside of the foot. Not quite there.
Yeah, I know what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
If he got the right connection, it might have come off. I think he stubbed his foot.
And they do clear it. Goes to Farquhar. Farquhar's had a lot of touches. Goes to Mitch Nicholson. Loses out though. Westerveld. Cool, calm and collected. Goes to De Silva. De Silva back to Hearn. They're trying to get something going, the Olympic side, but just can't seem to get it going as Welsh goes all the way back to his keeper there in Woodlands.
So Woodlands for the Comets now. Anianto, plenty of touches in this game. Under pressure from Katapitis, but he did get the ball to Weens, who got one in the somewhere. There's a through ball now for Erba. He's in the box angle against him. Left foot off target. Well, it's probably all he could have done. I don't think he had anyone in the box, so just watching on the replay. Could have been a free kick there to Weens, but play on, play the whistle. And Erba just going wide there, left foot. Height was all right, off balance, but off target as well. Second goal attempt, Spells?
Second goal attempt for Olympic, yes.
Thanks to Chemist King Hectorville. It's round 19 action, thanks to AMC Commercial Cleaning.
Boys, there was a good passage of play there from Comets when but Nicholson was in the midfield. I still don't understand why their most dynamic midfield is centre-back.
He played a lot of back at West Adelaide last year.
Yeah, he did. He did play at the back a lot.
So the Comets now.
Christodolopoulos. Okay, this lad.
He's his goalkeeper.
Good boy. Yeah. This goes to Welsh. Comets, their form hasn't been good of late, but we're sitting very comfortable in second spot, and now
you can see now Comets have made the tactical substitution. Nicholson is now in midfield with Welsh dropping back in centre back.
So Anianto applying pressure. Westerveld under pressure. Nicholson now for the Comets, through to Weens, goes wide to Brennan with the shot.
Offside.
Offside flag up, wouldn't have counted. Well picked up by Spells. So relieving free kick to Olympic. Watching that on the replay. Gee, it was close, touch and go, but the assistant in a better position than the angle of our cameras.
Would love to have scored against his old club. Sean Brennan, former captain of Olympic. Fell out of favour.
Was he not showing the love as well, Rob?
Goes into attack. Olympic with the balls. It somehow ended up with the keeper going past three players. And he quickly throws it out. Karamides goes to Welsh. Welsh with the ball. Looks up for some support. Will probably go backwards. Goes out to Nicholson.
He's back in his starting position.
Nicholson finding Kazmicki, I think, is on that left side. They do switch play. Farquhar had to control it. Goes to Karamidas. Back to Farquhar. He's been busy. Now it's a better ball. Goes to Karamidas. Chance for Comets. That's a goal.
Oh, great save.
There by Atkins. That was point blank save there by Atkins. And he's pointing his finger at someone. I don't know why. That was a great save.
Just watch this on the replay. Well, they're back to the live action. Anianto with a chance. Look at this reflex save. Beautiful header. And that is one of the saves of the season that I've seen.
Great save.
Point blank. Certain goal.
Beautiful build-up by Comets.
Great save.
That was much better play by Farquhar too.
Beautiful. See what happens when you centre it. They had plenty of white shirts in there, Comets.
Oh, it was a good header too. Great footy.
But that's the switch where Farquhar was taking a few shots where he maybe should have centred the ball earlier on, but...
Gee, he was in the shadow of Lewis Moss at West Adelaide a lot, Atkins. We know he's a good, capable keeper. Made the move to to Olympic. And he's done a great move, great save.
So Welsh now for the Comets. They come again. Farquhar, it's relentless for the poor old Olympic defence. He centres it this time. Must have heard that it should be a corner kick. As Hearn goes to the safety of the line and Farquhar sees it over the line. Quickly taken corner. Brennan's come close. Back to Farquhar. Could be offside. Play on, says the referee. Farquhar to the line. Tries to win another corner for a take two. And Matty Hearn there in the way. Make sure of that corner.
A lot of touches, isn't he, Farquhar?
Gee, it's all Comets, boys, is it not? Or am I seeing this a bit different?
No, I think you're seeing it right.
Maybe you're right. Statistically, he's supporting you big time. So
just maybe the odd counter coming from Olympic every now and then.
I think it's Brennan taking this one.
Yes, it is. Left foot.
Left foot in swinger. Up in the air it goes. Back post. I'm not sure he was there. Could have been Golan. That was Kosmicki.
He was thinking about the volley. I reckon he was in two minds if we get this on replay. Just he was looking for the spectacular, but didn't come off.
I think it deserved the replay, Paul. Surely. It was way over the crossbar, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it goes out.
The second guessing, he was
Farquhar
hesitating.
Yeah, it goes out to
Jimbo's fingers are too cold, maybe.
Aaron Westervelt, pinpoint pass, trying to find a player on the right-hand side. Well intercepted there by the captain, Mitch Nicholson. Goes inboard to Welsh. They're starting to get it together, the Comets.
Blimey, I reckon they had it together from the get-go.
As they go into attack.
Oof!
Golan was
that was
there.
Interesting hip and shoulder there.
Tussling with the play, but it's cleared here by Atkins.
Ball.
Goes out to Costa Montes. Junior Costa Montes, that is. There's Ponendes.
Nice flick.
Finds Montes again. Goes short to Erba. Captain Erba trying to get past a couple of plays. Great tackle there by Welsh, is it?
Yep.
And he goes into attack to Weens. Actually goes backwards.
See, Hearn's just all over poor old Weens.
As it goes out, he's doing a good job.
They're doing a really good job.
As Olympic take the throw, goes back to Delera. The Italian import, Westervelt, cool calm. Goes back to Delera, goes long ball, not a good ball. Intercepting there the Comets defence, Nicholson. He's taking his time, looking for some support. Looks up, goes short, Anianto. Westervelt just
letting him know he's
nudge,
there.
wink, wink, I'm here.
Yep.
As it goes to Welsh. Oh, up went the player there in Matty Hearn. Looks like he's given away a free kick.
Aristokopoulos it was, and
yes, it was.
Yeah, well refereed.
And a free kick to the Comets.
So 35 gone, first half of sports time clock. Still 0-0. Olympic happy with that scoreline, I would imagine. So just a bit of deliberation. Does he go long? Does he go short? Nicholson hesitating. It's not 10 metres or 10 yards. But anyway, they'll come through Karamides. Inboard to Welsh. Wide. Kosmicki plays it to Nicholson. Back inboard. Weens ends up with it, but he goes backwards. So Welsh restarts. And gets pushed back, so good pressing by Olympic. All the way back to their keeper. Edinburgh gives chase. Woodland's out. Read it well, clears.
Finds the head of the defender though. Fernandez. Controls, does well. Back to Matthew Hearn. Idrissa Delopoulos was in the way though. Up went
he wouldn't go out of that challenge. And Brennan actually wins a free kick from that. Gee, I don't know if there was too much wrong with that.
Yeah,
fair Jim enough. Got that one on the replay for us. Yeah, he certainly has.
I think it was fair enough. And it goes out. It's aggressive back to live action. Okay. As it goes right hand side.
Let's have a look. Oh, just missed out.
Goes out to Fernandez. Right hand side of the park. Signore's there.
Oh, nice.
Support goes past a couple of players. Catapitas! Chance! Oh, wide off the upright. Had a chance, Olympic, to bury that one. Good bit of play by Signore. Got it to Catapitas, and once he got to that position, I thought he should have buried it.
Good dancing.
Just wide off the upright.
Yeah, Catapitas there. Signore, here's the dancing by Signore. 1, 2, to Catapitas like in the box. Boof! And just wide of the upright. Maybe should have got the keeper to have a save. That's an interesting back pass. But Woodlands will get there. Nicholson in their defensive zone. The Comets. Plenty of possession this first half. Olympic might be just happy to get them on the counter. Let them use the energy. Christodolopoulos comes wide. Weens in the middle of the park. Welsh through the centre circle. Comets pushing forward. Where's he going? Has to backtrack. Comes inboard. Kuzmicki tried a through ball. That could be a free kick against him. Yep. Kuzmicki giving away the free kick. Signore, the recipient. So Olympic with a relieving free kick just outside the defensive 18-yard box. Our referee, Captain Cook, doing all right tonight, Rob. When I don't refer to him, that means they're doing a good job.
Yeah, he's one of the best. He's one up there.
One of the best.
Oh yeah, along with a couple of others.
I agree with you, Rob. Last game we watched him against Bacala Metro Stars, I think it was. He had another great game there.
No, he's a good referee.
Westerveld and his keeper Atkins there, almost on the wrong wavelength. Hearn comes wide. Mantis inboard. Hearn under a little bit of pressure. That's a foul, surely. It is.
Sorry, boys. It was Bacala Cumberland in the derby.
Hearn not too happy with his co-defender there in Karamides. Mantis. As you see on the replay there, just lamenting with him. Westerveld now. Nice long searching ball. Ill-directed. Nicholson will take it all night long. Could have been a foul.
It should have been a foul, that one.
Play on, says the referee. And that's the one that was given. A yellow card for that. Deleta, I think it was the recipient of that yellow card. Gee, that was...
I think the noise is what won him over. It's a pretty big loud noise down here.
Okay, well, Deleta, the first recipient of a yellow card tonight for Olympic.
So it is on the far side. Taking this free kick. Not sure, is that Mitch? That's not Mitch Nicholson. It could be Kuzmicki.
Tip of the 18-yard.
Yep. So he'll fire and find Andreas Weens. Well done, Matty Hearn. Yeah. Got in the way, but trying to get the ball back. Could have been Brennan there on that far side. Oh, goes down.
Yeah, well done. No, good refereeing. Good refereeing. I've seen penalties given though for that.
Yeah, it was Brennan that went down. Yep. So Brennan again with the ball.
Oh, good steal.
So yeah, that was good refereeing. Didn't give a yellow card like last week.
2 of them.
Yeah, 2 of them for diving. It's just the momentum brought him down. So.
Oh, hang on. They were justified last
One
week.
Of them
No, they were both justified, boys. The replays
Westerveld
confirmed it.
Goes left-hand side. Hyol De Silva was there. Also goes to Costamantis.
How do you think you like Ricky's man bun tonight, Rob? You're a big fan of Hi-Ho De Silva. No man bun though this season.
No.
About time.
Oh.
Goes inboard. Short he goes to Deleta. Right hand side, Hristakopoulos was there. Couldn't quite control it, Signore. And a throw into Comets. Approaching the 41st minute mark. Viv Sports time clock. Parlamento scoreboard still 0-0.
That's a foul.
Quickly taking free kick. Edinburgh. Karapitis. Back to Edinburgh. Goes chance for Olympic.
He should have.
Cheeky shot, I thought.
Yeah, cheeky shot it was, but it should have been across to Punendas, who was waiting in the box.
Boys, when Olympic have those chances, they need to capitalise because they're not having many in this game.
True, as Comets in defence. Do clear it. Producer Dolopoulos looking for Weens. He's had a ding-dong battle with Hearn. As Golan wins it. Goes to Mitch Nicholson. He switches play left-hand side of the park to Brennan. This is looking good. Brennan, but good tackle there.
Signore.
From Signore. Goes back to Hiristo Dolopoulos. Farquhar. Goes to Anianto. Anianto, first timer. And keeper should pick it up.
Good
does
specky.
so. And quickly throws it out. Dangerously too.
Well read though.
Karamidas wins it. Fernandez.
Give Karamat. They're having a go at their goalkeeper, but I think there's nothing
Costa
wrong with that
Mantis.
release. That was fast, low, hard. It was just well read.
Yeah, but still.
It was well read by Karamides.
Wrong option. Should have been freer than that.
They survive it. So Olympic through Westervelt. He's normally pinpoint with his passes. Penendez, will he get there? He does keep it in. So the stat remains. Penendez centres it. But it's been cleared easily, only as far as high.
Whoa!
Shoots and... What happened there?
Took a deflection or something, didn't it?
Well, I was watching it. I was calling it actually from the TV. I
lost all of its momentum.
Was that a goal attempt?
It
there?
died.
It'd have to be.
It died in the action.
Oh, lucky you said action and nothing else.
As it goes, the Comets got a chance. Farquhar, but well done. Is that Deleta?
Yeah.
He's got the ball. Try to go the outside of the foot with a pass, but it's gone over the sideline for a throw-in.
See, the screen doesn't always tell the truth, does it?
As it goes out, Penendez will take this throw. He'll leave it for Costa Mantis.
Yep.
So Mantis goes backwards. The Silver looks to switch. Not a good switch, really.
Got its
Had
target.
to go backwards, though, to get it. You know, the ball's always going to be in front of you. As it's headed there by Edinburgh, Captain Edinburgh. Goes out to Hayol de Silva, outside of the foot.
Nice and
Looking
cheeky.
dangerously at the moment. Olympic as it goes out.
Edinburgh dancing.
Edinburgh loses out, though. Comets are trying to clear it somewhere, somehow. Well done there by Anianto. Got it out to Karamidas. Weens has been busy, and that goes over the sideline for a throw-in.
Well, it's a good 5-minute period by Olympic at the moment, and 0-0. So they are very much in this game. Statistically, probably not, but while it's 0-0, there's a chance.
Throw-in taken there, goes to trying to find Penendez.
He's a dancer, though, Edinburgh. Have a look at him. He's dancing
he's
beautifully
good,
tonight.
good,
Whoa!
Good player. And has a chat with Hiristo Dolopoulos.
I wonder how long he was out for, because, gee, they must have missed him.
He was out last week anyhow. As it goes out, the Comets. Well done there, Weens. Got it out to Welsh. Welsh goes to Brennan. Brennan with the ball. Comets with a chance. Left-hand side of the park with an overlap. Kazmicki was there, but well intercepted there by Hiristo Dolopoulos. And out for a corner kick. What are we up to, Spells?
That's the 5th corner kick for the Comets, thanks to Kemiscoon at Hectorville. Wonderful supporters.
Boys, some interesting stuff is happening down at the Commons bench. Theo Stunis, the coach, has just turned to Donny Pollock and said, go warm up.
True.
See, well, with 1 minute to, well, we're into extra time now. Probably warm up for the half-time break, and he might bring him on from the get-go in the second half.
I wouldn't be surprised because they haven't been the best going forward, and when they do, they look good, but when they don't, they're not.
Low corner kick, central, but headed away by Punendez for Olympic. It'll come back. Adam Gallen has the ball. He goes back. Golan, I should say. Karamides comes wide. Nicholson switch sides for the moment. Nicholson chips it into the box.
Well, here we go.
Leaves it for offside flag up. And Ianto missed anyway. But nevertheless, good in the build-up. I think you've got to keep that mic really close to your chest to avoid any metal interfering with us. Ryan?
He might have a metal heart.
I actually do. I have a piece of metal in my collarbone to tell
There
you
you
the
go.
truth.
Oh, it's
It's
close.
not in your heart, though. Have you ever heard of metal in the heart, Spells?
Oh,
Yeah.
That's a cold heart. That's not me, boys. I'm Italian. I'm a romantic
valve.
heart.
Isn't a stent in the heart? That's metal.
That's
isn't it?
half time, Rob, on that. Actually, yeah, I'll give you that one,
Thank
Robbie.
you, sir.
Half time here at the Parks Football Centre, and a very entertaining first half, which was probably dominated by the Comets. And as Spells tallies up his stats, he'll probably justify that comment. And
Well, he's
we
having a
go
good chat
down
with
to
Mitch Nicholson.
down to our boundary rider, thanks to Dry Creek Auto Wreckers.
Just quickly, Mitch, it hasn't been the best month for you. How do you feel like you guys started tonight?
I think as all the games we've had, we've come out really firing. We're just looking to get the ball in the net. I mean, that's coming down to it. That's been really our downfall. We haven't got the ball in the net as much as we should be. As you can see, we create a lot of chances. That's just that finishing touch that we need to work harder at. But yeah, I think that we've really pressing them.
It's a battle tonight from Olympic. Is this what you expected from them? They've got one eye looking forward, then they've got one eye at the back looking for relegation. Is this what you expected them from tonight?
You can walk in with him.
Personally,
Ryan.
I think they're better than bottom where they are. But yeah, look, every game now until the end of the season, regardless who we're playing, it's going to be a tough one. Everyone really wants to beat the Comets, actually. But hey, we like that.
Well, get in there, get warm, and see you in the second half.
Good on you, Ryan Marvedra there. I just didn't want you to keep him out there and behind Theo Souness. He wouldn't have appreciated you keeping the captain out there.
Nah, Theo's all right.
Yeah, I know he's all right. He's a good lad, but we don't want to put pressure on the captain, untoward pressure.
And pressure on me, boys. I get
pressure.
like daggers thrown at me and everything.
That's
Well,
right.
that's why I walk in with him, mate. Otherwise, so the no daggers come at you.
I think the players like that little bit of a rest break for 30 seconds.
No, we don't want to give anyone a rest, and we're not going to give our stats man a rest as he's going to go through those stats there. The half-time stats, thanks to Chemist King Hectorville. Spells, what can we read into them? What can you give us?
Well, we read that completely supporting Mitch Nicholson that the Comets featured strongly. They had 7 shots at goal, offside a couple of times, 5 corners, committed 7 fouls in comparison to Olympic, who just had 4 shots on goal, a couple of saves and committed 10 fouls. So 1 yellow card and Andrea Delira. So not a huge amount of stats. I think Mitch just about summed it up perfectly, that just their final touch just simply wasn't good enough. They just can't find the right avenues at the moment.
They've really dominated the game, boys. I think the Comets. Olympic may be happy to get them on the counter. I'm not too sure. Ryan, how did you see that first half?
You know what, Mitch basically took the words out of my mouth and basically Spells summed it up. You know, I think that's why Donny Pollock got the call up to start warming up, because possession, yeah, they're great, they're looking good, but when they're not penetrating, they're not scoring goals. That's just the cliche football. But where they haven't put the final touches. Farquhar's had a few shots, but he should put it in the mix. Wines has had a couple of good shots. They've only had one header. That's really, with all that possession, they've had one header.
Yeah, but I think, Ryan, just in fairness to Farquhar, after those, can I say, first 3 selfish attempts, they have been centering the ball more and looking more dangerous. And one of them's going to come off.
Yeah, exactly right. But with all that possession, you should be going into the dugouts 1-0 up, or at least 2-0 up with all that possession.
See if Jimbo's got any half-time highlights for us to analyse. We'll have a look at this first one. This was a goal attempt by Olympic, and Penendus just over the bar.
Yeah, caught underneath the ball on that one.
Yeah, weren't too many of them, but that was one chance. Were they happy to get them on the break, Rob, do you think? Let them come at us? And
Well, that was early in the first half, that one. But
let's have a look at
it's
this
been
one
all
here
Comets.
by the Comets.
Nice. Farquhar's had a few chances there, as you saw that one.
Nice intercept by
Obviously had to try and go on his own there. But a
Aristokopoulos.
good interceptor, as you said, by Aristokopoulos.
One of many. Here's Anianto. No, we'll go to more
Interesting
highlights.
finish there by...
Here's Anianto with another goal attempt for the Comets. A low worm burner, but keeper right behind that. But as you said, boys, a lot of legs to get through, so a good save in the end. Anianto with his deadly left foot. But credit to Atkins, keeping it out.
Boys, if you have a look, if the camera goes over to the Comets thing, you don't see Donny Pollock warming up. So I reckon he's gone Nah, he's having a chat over there. So he might be going in the dugouts to have a bit of a chat, and then basically goes out to do his final warm-up, because I do think if Comets do want to get a result in this game, they need to at least put one away, because like Olympic did in the last 5-10 minutes of that half, they had possession. Yeah. They could have scored. So when you're keeping teams into the game because you're not capitalising on your possession, then unfortunately that's the last month. That's what's happened with Comets. They haven't got the result. They haven't got the results that they've wanted, and they've slipped down the table. If you look at the table's so close that in games like this, when you have a lot of possession against teams that are at the bottom and fighting relegation, you need to put them away early. Otherwise, you give them a sniff. And football and sport is all about confidence. So you give them a sniff, you give them confidence within the game, they're going to stay within the game, and they might score one and jag one and close up shop, and then you're battling.
Our boundary rider, thanks to Dry Creek Auto Wreckers, Ryan Marveggio. Beautiful analysis there, mate. We might bring up the games played earlier on today, Robbie, thanks to the West Beach Pizza Bar. Let's see what happened has happened in round 19 so far.
Okay, as Jimbo brings out the scores in today's games, and some interesting scores as well. So you're looking at the Croydon and Parry Hills game. Croydon have been in great form and had a bit of a hiccup last year, but a good win today, 1-0 over Parry Hills.
Do you reckon Billity was there or gone?
I think he was gone already.
He was gone, okay.
Yeah,
well, that'll take a fair bit out of their defence. So,
Adelaide City have had a horror month, haven't they? And against the bottom team.
Oh, that's a good way to get back on board. Let's play Cumberland.
Yeah, let's play Cumberland, 2-0 win.
They could be your dangerous games too.
Anthony Costa got 2 goals in that game.
That's important
by all
for
reports.
him. Important for him. He needed a bit of a confidence booster, didn't he?
And Metro Stars, on the other hand, it's been a magnificent month for them. They won the FA Cup.
FFA Cup.
Or the FFA Cup qualification, or the Federation Cup final. So that's coming up soon. They're playing against
this week, isn't it?
Away. So
Wednesday night, I think.
Wednesday night. So
I think the most impressive thing about Metro Stars is they continue to score. Score well. You know,
and I reckon Esposito's been getting on that score sheet as well.
He's got 2 goals today. Got a penalty and a goal.
Yep.
So Metro Stars winning 3-2 against Adelaide United. I like Adelaide United's team. Good young team.
Esposito.
Up and coming.
I know, Robbie, we joke about you saying there's a 60-man squad in Adelaide United, but if anyone should be looking at the local talent, Esposito, I think, should be looked at.
I think another, yeah.
He was injured all last year, so he needs another consistent
year. He needs another year.
He needs another.
How old is he, Ryan?
I think he's about 26 now, 26, 27.
Might have passed the window, do you think?
You never pass. You never in football, you never pass.
Hey, with the quality of the A-League, you know, I don't want to quell you a little bit, but, you know, you're not going to go top playing guys like that.
Christian Esposito.
With due respect.
No. I disagree because there's some good players at Adelaide United that have played in this local league. You look at guys like Ryan, what's his name? O'Doherty. O'Doherty.
Joel
O'Doherty. They're babies. They're kids.
Ryan Kiddo, O'Doherty.
Ryan Kiddo,
all youngsters.
They're all
some of the biggest.
Bill, Mork, all of them. Maroney. That's right.
Good when they've come from this league, Spill. So and they've gone on overseas as well. So
it's not even been this league. I always go back to Sasha Oganowski. You know, he came in 28 and he made something of himself, represented Australia. But if you even want to go back to the NFL days, I forgot the player's name.
NFL.
Back in
NFL.
It's a movie. It's a movie now, and he came in at 28, had talent, and for 4 or 5 years he won a Super Bowl out of it. Football, not just football, but sports is a fairy tale, and if someone's got talent, it's like, give a youngster a shot. Why don't you give an older bloke a shot? Because you never know what you're going to get out of him.
Got the, he's played in Italy as well.
But not even that. But if they've got something, why don't give them a shot? You don't know. You might get 2-3 seasons out of them. Yeah, and they might win you a title. You never know. True. Because when you give someone a chance, you never know.
You look at Joel Allwright.
They take it. Joel Allwright.
A bit of a sniff, not much.
But
Alex Mullen.
Some people, you give them a chance, they take it. And what did you get them for? Nothing.
Anyhow, going back to the results, Jimbo forgot to do the last 3 there. But, Metro's winning 3-2. West Adelaide, good win over Blue Eagles, 2-1. And Burke Calla have had a good month as well, actually. The 1-1 draw over Campbelltown, who haven't had such a good month as well. Looking at the table, after round 19, still to be completed after today's clash here at the Park Centre, and it is Adelaide City on top on 44, Metro second on 40, West Adelaide on 33, Croydon on 33, Comets still 0-0 here, so still to finish this game on 32, Burkella on 27, Campbelltown on 25, Para on 24, Olympic 21 still to play this game, or will end up playing this game, United on 20. Blue Eagles, could they go down? They're on 16. And
Certainly
Cumberland,
looking that way, Rob.
we know they are down. They're on 7 points.
Boys, can I just quickly go back to what I was saying? I just remembered the name. It's a movie. His name was Vince Papali. And I think as a state, or maybe as a country, we're too quick with this motto, oh, they've passed the window, or they're too old. What's 26, 27 too old? You can play, if you look after yourself, you can play to 32, 33. I think we're too quick to cut older players or players mid-20s for 18-year-olds. But
Yeah,
if you
fair
give,
call.
I think if you give Esposito a chance, or we're speaking about Christian Esposito now, but if you give him a chance, you don't know. You give a player a taste, they might grab it with two hands, and you've got to play it for 5 years. You don't know. I think we're too quick to cut people at 24, at 25 to promote 18-year-olds. But I don't understand that.
Who's the youngster that went from Adelaide City and is playing Miluznic?
Miluznic,
yeah.
He went at 22. Players develop at different rates. Not every player is going to be a superstar at 18. Some players might take to their mid-20s to develop, but not only that, but to appreciate when they have a chance. I think at 18, 19, you haven't been around long enough to appreciate the chance that you have, especially in this great country Australia is. I think at 25, 26, if you give someone a chance, they start appreciating what it's like to be professional or what it's like to have a full-time career.
In my opinion, those players that played in the NPL last season, the year before, were the best players for Adelaide United, weren't they?
Yeah, 100%.
Those, we're talking about the McGree, we're talking about O'Doherty.
Yep.
Those type of players, they came from the NPL, played and they were their best players. Their older players weren't as good.
What are your thoughts on a couple of old fellas coming from overseas? Their names, couldn't remember them if you gave me $1 million. But two recruits of Adelaide United.
I think they are.
31.
We'll see how they are.
They've got good CVs behind them. The Danish player's got a great CV, and Ersim Gullam's got a good CV behind him as well. So it'll be interesting to see. I think that's why, and I keep reiterating it, and it's all over Twitter every day, a second division is key for football to take the next level in this game, because 100%. I think it's very static at the moment, and football's not going to go.
There's a lot of noise about it, Ryan. I don't think, we've discussed it even with Bozza when we had the soccer show on radio. How would you do it? What's the best model? To me, I think we're still a bit young and naive to have a complete second division. I think a playoff where we've got
no, it won't happen, Paul. It'll be a second division, but there won't be any promotion for the first maybe couple of seasons.
In that case there, are we living outside our means? Now, they've got a really good package for the TV deal Foxtel that Foxtel have paid for the A-League. And I know that Greg Griffin has taken to task the FFA in regards to open your books and let's see, because they want more of the slice. And I actually agree with that, because I think the FFA, and why don't they want to open their books? Are they too top heavy? Are they paying their execs too much, and the people that are actually making this league, the entertainment, not getting enough?
Well, they've cut funding to futsal. I know that.
I reckon
they've cut the futsal rules. I think.
I reckon this legal action against the FFA is a good thing. I reckon open the books. Let's see where soccer's at this state, at this level. Because for me, I still think the salary cap's too great. It's almost $3 million now. Is that right, Ryan?
I'm not 100% sure of the correct figure, but it is pushing in that bracket.
Now, with all due respect, I don't think it's
paid. Isn't that paid by the federation?
The FFA give the clubs that money, so that's guaranteeing player payment, right? So then it's up to the club as Ryan, and let's declare the interest here. Ryan's dad is one of the owners of Adelaide United, so and then it's up to the club to make money on top of that to survive and be profitable, which I think, I don't know if you know, were they in the black this season?
I'm not 100% sure, but my dad's a businessman, and he sees he wouldn't be in something that wasn't an opportunity to make money out of it, or profit.
What I'm getting at, boys, is with this television money, let's take a bit of the cream off the top and let's invest it maybe into a second division then. Let's leave the salaries as are and have a bit of a freeze on them, because I think they're overpaid.
They're looking into it.
I agree with you. I totally agree with you, Paul, because how are players going to be pushed? How can the local leagues get better? How can clubs in the A-League be better? You've got to have competition.
I think that's just,
and at the moment,
FFA
there's nothing.
Cup has been good.
It's been good to a point.
So what does that tell you? Just before the players come out, we're about to get into the second half here. I just think that the money is going to the wrong places here 100%. At the moment.
And you're going to lose a lot of wasted talent.
And the argument, Ryan, remember the argument about the FFA and having this salary cap to keep our best talent here in Australia? Well, that's not happening.
No.
Sorry, 13 years have gone. It's not happening. So let's be realistic. We're not keeping our best talent. As soon as they get an offer overseas, we can't. match anywhere because we're almost the lowest paying league in the world. So let's invest that into the second tier and see if we can discover some up-and-comings.
Which you will. You give players a chance, they will come. All right, boys, I've got to have a jog over and join you in the second half.
Just quickly, we want to mention our sponsors once again. Our Boundary Rise proudly brought to you by Dry Creek Auto Wreckers, 310 Cormac Road, Wingfield. Top Goal Scorer of the Year award is brought to you by the OAS Group. Provides a range of construction, building, design and renovation. Go see the boys, Ryan Marveja, Anthony Di Bartolomeo and Diego Barbara. Leading Andreas Weens on 18, but I heard that Costa scored a couple of goals, so he might be on 18 as well. So we know that Andreas Weens is playing in today's game. Scoreboard sponsor is brought to you by Parlamento Bistro Cafe. The stats is brought to you by Chemist King Hectorville. Time clock is brought to you by Viv Sports. The Round the Ground scores is brought to you by West Beach Pizza Bar. The Player of the Year award is brought to you by Boost Juice Hollywood Plaza, who's leading that.
Nicholas Booker, he had a few weeks
off. He's
off.
Been on that for a while.
He has. I think he was back today.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Well, that's why they won.
Well, he was
He was back in the midfield.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Alex Mullen on 16, Andreas Weens 14, Liam Wooding 14, Welshie here as well on 13. So,
and not forgetting the Man of the Match award is brought to you by the Marcelina Pizza Bar.
We're just about underway.
The second half here at the...
so far, boys, Man of the Match, who do you think?
I like, I've criticised Farquhar, but he's had a lot of ball up the ball.
Anianto. Signore for Olympic.
Signore, yep. That's about...
Penendus maybe. Bit of a smoky.
So we're here at the Parks Football Centre. The clash, Olympic against the Comets. Round 19 at commencement of the second half. Forgetting the scoreline is 0-0.
Big Olympic stakes on the line here for Comets. They take the 3 points. They jump back into third spot outright.
It doesn't really matter, 3rd to 6th, but top two is very important.
I think psychologically,
with a double chance, you get your home advantage maybe. And the kick there on the far side as the second half commences. Olympic are kicking towards the right-hand side of the screen if you are watching it live. And obviously Comets to the left side of the screen.
So Westerveld moving the ball forward. Penendus couldn't control it. It's been taken off his feet. De Silva a little bit rough in the challenge, gives away the first foul of the second half. So free kick going the way of Comets. They go backwards. Nicholson now just outside his defensive 18-yard box. Aristidolopoulos through the middle of the park, goes wide. Keramides under pressure, gets pushed back. Welsh did well. Up the line to Farquhar. Farquhar, good steal. He's in the box, centres it. Weens shoots, save, goal, tap in. Anianto, and it was sort of coming. And it came in the 47th minute.
I think last time these two teams meet, it was a draw at half-time, and after half-time, I think the Comets went crazy, didn't they?
Yeah, Wayne's good turn.
5-1 or something.
Anianto, just a simple tap in, one of the easiest goals he'll ever get. But nevertheless, it was Wayne's doing some good work, setting up the play,
I was going to say
causing the save, and there's a tap in.
I was going to say to Ryan, there was no changes, obviously.
No changes, boys, down here.
All started off. It was a quick goal. Was that in the
47th minute?
47th minute, 2 minutes into the second half.
That's twice he's done that now. I just don't understand that kickoff.
No. It's poor football.
So in the back lines there for Comets doing well. He played well in the first half, I thought. Aristidolopoulos for the Comets as he clears the ball in the way, though. Defence of Olympic. Kalapidis is there. Can they pull one back quickly as it goes wide to Penendus? Cut back in the way, though. Mitch Nicholson sends it over the sideline for a throw-in. So Olympic will take this throw-in. Costa Mantas. Penendus. High hold to Silva. Controls. Goes one way, then it gets a nice cross there. Signora should have done better. Once he got to that good position, he got his hands on his head, saying that he should have done better. And see the replay. Got him in a good position, didn't he?
No. Yeah, but he didn't know whether to go. Yeah, I think he didn't know whether to go with the head or with the foot.
caught in two minds.
Yeah, spot on. So the Comets now. Nicholson. Back to his keeper, Woodlands. Goes to the far side. Mr. Doppler's further wide. Will come back at him. Welsh. Karamides under pressure, gets held. Does well to evade the challenge. Ween's fancy, but not effective. So Comets through Westerveld in the middle of the park. Good little footwork there. Turns it over. Farquhar in the way. Plays it off. Weens has it. Comes central to Anianto, the goal scorer for the Comets. He's lost possession. Olympic in the middle of the park. Katapetis. Need more from him in this second half, and that's gone out of play. Throw in to Olympic right in front of our commentary position. Katapetis wins another throw in. Take 2 or 3.
Aristokopoulos goes out to De Silva. Turns and sends it to Matty Hearn. Outside of the foot, goes out wide to Fernandez. He controls, looks up for support.
It's Mantis.
It's Mantis, actually. A bit shorter than Fernandez. And that goes over the sideline for a throw-in. Goes to De Silva. Anianto was there, still De Silva with the ball. Got a chance to crack it. And palmed away by the keeper in Woodlands. Was that going through there?
It was close.
Definitely was on target, boys. That was definitely sneaking into that front post.
There's a replay.
Good vision, good capture, good save. That was definitely goal bound. No doubt about that. So Olympic responding well.
It'll be Westerveld with his arm up with the corner kick.
Not good.
Cut out goes to Costamantas. Goes back to Westfield, first timer too. In the way though, Alan, it was Welsh. Goes out, Fernandez was there. Cleared here by Karamides. Bit of a counter-attack too there by Andreas Weens. Aristokopoulos does well to stop him. He was going at goal at full pelt as it goes out. Fernandez goes short there to De Silva. Can't quite get there. Goes over the goal, over the sideline that is, on the far side. Right in front of our boundary rider, Ryan Marveggio. It'll be Karamides. Looking for support on that right-hand side. Goes in, looking for Farquhar. Controls the Weens. Westerveld was in the way though. Goes short, goes to Signore. Goes backwards. Goes out. Trying to find Katapetis, trying to get there. Signore there too. Turns. Skillful lad. Katapetis has got it. Goes in between two players.
Yeah.
And well done. I think it's Karamides. Goes out to Golan. Golan finding Anianto. 3 against 3 at the moment. Anianto one way, then the other. Chips it out, left-hand side chance there by Brennan, and that's come off a player in the first corner of the second half.
The letter came off of. Referee calls for a ball.
Boys, just quickly, that last patch of play from Comets attacking was great, but their defensive work before, 30 seconds before that, was brilliant. Signore was going forward, and they had to check back quickly because no one was going forward, and you just had a wall of white players. So defensively, Comets have started this game, this second half, great.
So corner kick. Left foot out, swinger, very deep. Evades all players. Stays in though. Nicholson almost gave away a free kick. Tumbled over the ball. And that'll be a throw into Olympic. Deep in their defensive half. Referee just pushing the player back. Welsh there for the Comets. So they gain some meterage to Olympic. Up to the halfway line. Erba, nice turn, Punendis. On the same wavelength, who's he got in the middle? Finds Erba, and that's a goal attempt. Not the connection he would have liked. Easy save for Woodlands.
And that's a difference there between Olympic and Comets at the moment. Olympic was Westerville and their number 8 there in Catapetus was just sitting there, not bursting into the box.
So it goes all the way back to Atkins. She dangerously goes to Matty Hearn. You have to quickly get rid of it.
Not happy with his keeper too, just quietly. And we're going to the bench, no? What's happening there? The referee not happy with something.
Injury
play it down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gee, all the way back to
It is the Delopoulos, I think.
Zach Haristo-Delopoulos.
Not feeling too well for some reason. He's got a head
He's
clash.
holding his head, yeah. Took a knock, he's saying.
Swap,
it's a
boys.
change.
It's the knee.
It's the knee. So Comets go to the bench.
He was playing well too.
Yeah. This might give an opening for Olympic.
They've got all attacking players on the bench, haven't they?
So
I suppose it's easy enough to put one of the midfielders in defence.
So Zach Haristo-Delopoulos taking no further part in the game. As Comets make the first forced change.
Samara, was it?
No, it's
Yule.
Valentino.
Valentino Yule.
Scott Welsh dropping.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
Welsh dropping back into centre back, boys.
So that's the end of the section for Zach Haristo-Delopoulos. And
Boys have just had Farquhar Argento moving into Welsh and that number 6. Farquhar moving into number 8 where Argento was, and Yule going to where Farquhar was onto the right wing.
hope you followed all that.
Yes.
Coach Marv Edge. So throw into the Comets, into attack. Almost 10 minutes gone the second half. On the Viv Sports time clock, Parlamento scoreboard, 1-0 Comets lead. And cheap corner given up there by Deletta. And that might be the second of the half, I suppose.
Second of the half for the Comets, one for Olympic.
Thanks to Chemist King Hectorville. This looks like a left-footed swinger.
Brennan.
So only until the goal scorer in the 47th minute of the game. Straight after half-time. Left foot in swinger, near post, headed away by Erba doing the defending. It'll come back at him though, it'll be a throw into the Comets.
Injury update, boys. Hamstring.
Okay.
Ooh.
It looks walking fine, but I think maybe slightly twinged, but doesn't want to risk it coming into so close into finals.
So right-hand side of the park, Comets, Golan. Connor Golan loses out, ends up with Menendez trying to run with it. Doubling back though, Keramidas.
Did well, Keramidas. I thought he was going to be bodied out of that.
Wins himself a free kick, quickly taken here by Mitch Nicholson, the captain, trying to find Yell. Yell controls it, trying to get the cut back.
Oh,
Still, it's Comets with the ball. Farquhar's bullocked his way through. Farquhar's still there,
goal attempt.
and it's cleared here by Olympic. Highholder Silver loses it though.
To form a
They're more
teammate.
hungry at the moment, the Comets. As it goes to Anianto. Looks up, back to Yule it goes. Offside though. As the flag goes up on that far side. It'll be a free kick to Olympic.
Two teammates, former teammates colliding there. Anianto and De Silva when they shared the good old days at West Adelaide, Rob.
Certainly great players. As it goes out, it's keeper Atkins looking for Menendez, goes in the back there. Edinburgh, the captain, was there, but Welsh gets himself the free kick.
Free kick against Olympic.
Referee on the spot, goes out to Captain Nicholson. Gives Mickey. Back to Nicholson it goes. Goes back inboard. Welsh looking for Keramidas, but decides to go Anianto's way. Golan. It's been serviceable. Goes to Nicholson. Pushing around quite neatly, Comets at the moment. Goes to Yole. Valentino Yole. Likes to take on players. Decide the option, but not a good option, that one. It's cut out there by
Hearn.
Matty Hearn. De Silva. Right hand side they go to Signore. Goes back to Hiristokopoulos. Loses out though. Well done, Brennan. Former teammates try to go towards. He's won himself a free kick, I reckon.
Yeah, I think a bit of pulling
advantage.
Yeah, he tried to play the advantage, but then he pulled it up.
Yeah, we'll just see on the replay there. Yep, Anianto called for it, and referee Spill said wanted to see if there was an advantage. None forthcoming. So let's bring it back. Free kick to the Comets. Brennan over it. Nicholson might take it. No, Brennan. Yep, he's going to leave it for Nicholson. Put it to the tip of the box. Well, that's an interesting free kick. What was that, boys?
Oh dear.
Oh dear, I like that.
Outside of the foot.
To Mr. Invisible.
Just such a set piece. Why would you?
Some players were on the AM band. He was on the FM band.
So it goes all the way back to Atkins. Goes to Matty Hearn. He gets rid of it.
It's true.
Goes to Yull. Out towards Farquhar. Right-hand side of the park, Karamidas. He's been good, Karamidas. Yull cuts it back. In the way is Hiristokopoulos. Poinendas trying to get through a few players. Then decides trying to find out, but not a good pass. But Comets in control at the moment.
Yeah, notice
only 1-0 up though.
He was looking for support. He's there. Where are you for the press? He was the lone ranger. That's very cool too.
As it goes out to Farquhar. Not a good ball. Hiristokopoulos in the way. Goes out trying to find Westerfield. Loses out. They're in 6s and 7s at the moment, the Olympic. Not doing too much. And it goes over the sideline for a throw. I reckon if the Comets score a goal within 5 minutes, it's going to be
floodgates.
Floodgates. They're looking dangerous.
Comets 1-0 up at the moment on the Parlamento scoreboard. Olympic give it up cheaply. Bit of aerial ping pong. Oof. Courageous. Farquhar with a switcher play to Brennan. Couldn't control it on the first angle against him. Had a bit of an airy. Right near the corner flag. Bustling through, as Rob would say. Tried to get through two. Couldn't in the end. Christopoulos concedes a corner. So good pressure by Brennan. Who was calling it? Look a lot hungrier Comets do this second half.
Still just lacking a little bit of touch, aren't they?
It's coming though. I think
it's
coming. The goals are coming.
So Brennan to take the corner kick. Left foot out swinger. Very central. Yule with a free header. Missed it. Welsh. Once again, hit over the bar by Yule. He's not happy with his attempt.
Players are left on their own. How was Yule on his own?
Oh, that's right. Let's have a look at the replay. Where were the defenders?
Oh, Westerveld.
Hands on hips. Yeah, the cone. And
cones are normally orange.
Yeah, well, he was spectating then, and Yule probably came to him a little bit too quick. But another goal attempt wasted. A couple of them. Back to the live play. Zedba applying some pressure to Nicholson. Goes for the safety of the line. Comets with a throw-in down the line. Punendas quickly to Edba. Punendas, good support. Calling for assist. Signore in the middle. Couldn't get there. Nicholson concedes the corner.
And in saying all that, they're only 1-0 down, aren't they, Olympic? And if they can score,
Game on.
Game on, that's right.
But
Ryan's quiet. He's fallen asleep.
I don't think so.
Just assessing.
Okay.
Assessing.
Assessing my next comment.
I like that, assessing.
Now, boys, I was going to say, but Olympic, like I've said from minute one, they've got no option going forward but Urba.
So Aaron Westerveld, right foot in swinger, very deep. Headed backwards. Penendez!
There you go.
Nostradamus.
It's a goal. And this time, Aaron Westerveld had two arms up, which meant longer ball.
Yeah. So there's a set play from training, drill.
You see his two arms up.
Punendas goes back post.
Really impressed with
It was headed back by Anianto, funnily enough, to Punendas. And it had to beat a couple. Almost a handball by Nicholson on the line. It could have been a red card had he stopped it. Just get a closer vision of this. There's a signal. You watch here, Anianto is with a back header. Puts it on a plate for Punendas. Still had a lot to do.
Good goal.
Yeah.
Well done, Punendas.
62nd minute.
Goal. And that puts him back into the game.
Rob, you caught it.
And that was commentator's jinx, boys.
So Anianto.
So what do the stats mean, Spells? Nothing really. You look at the scoreboard. That's probably the most important stat. But Theo would be very upset.
Well, that's the way they've been playing the last month, isn't it?
Correct.
All the domination and nothing to show.
Still plenty of time.
Can Olympic now, could this give him a bit of a lift up?
As it
leg
goes
up.
right-hand side, Yola's got it, goes in, ball to Farquhar. Can they bury it? Can Farquhar again has a shot? He's had a few.
Yeah.
He's looking for the corner too. It was on for him to shoot that time.
That time, yeah.
Definitely. Had to shoot, and
Westerveld bearing down on him.
not a bad try.
Thinks it took a deflection. Maybe it did, looking at that replay. Punendis has come alive in the second half. Edba giving chase.
Oh,
That's
here we
better.
go.
Edba, one-on-one there.
That's a free kick, I thought.
Well, she could have given away the free kick. Katapides needs support. Backtracks. Goes wide. Hi-ho to Silver out there.
It's amazing what a goal does.
One way, then the other. Chip comes in. Too close to the keeper. Woodlands, no
That
trouble.
was a funny throw. That was a terrible throw. As it goes out, it's cut out there by Haristokopoulos. He's got it right-hand side of the park. Got past the player.
Ran out of line.
Yep. Too close to that goal line. Game's open now.
You're right, Rob. What a goal can do to a team. Where was this enthusiasm in the first half? Maybe Olympic waited for him, let him tie, and then we'll get him in the second half.
So it'll be Woodlands to take this goal kick. Under the pump at the moment, the Comets. It's 1-1. In towards the centre of the ground. Backheaded there by Weens. Finds a Farquhar. Chance for Yole. Yole! No! 2 chances is that.
I think the letter just saying to his keeper, you could have come a bit earlier, just watching that on the
No, I
replay.
think he did well.
There's also a, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I suppose.
The letter, corner.
Yep.
Yeah.
So there was no touch by
You'll.
Looked like it. didn't it?
Yeah, well, keeper could have come out and just cleaned them all up. So Brennan to take the left foot in swinger, far side of the ground for the Comets. Very central, a header on that by Anianto over the bar. Goal attempt wasted by the Comets. And just getting some treatment there from Hearn, playing trainer at the moment. I think that might be Anianto getting a little bit of cramp treatment. So, boys, 20 minutes gone this second half on the Viv Sports time clock. Parlamento scoreboard, it's 1 apiece. Game on.
Everything points to the Comets, bar the scoreboard.
So it is Olympic with the ball. Deleta gets it into attack. Pushed out there by on Paulinidis by Mitch Nicholson. Ends up with Haristokopoulos though. They're playing okay at Olympic, but well read there by Nicholson. Going into attack. Anianto Weather goes short to Yole, but well read there by Matty Hearn. Sends it over the dog track.
Where's Ryan gone?
Right hand side.
We've lost our boundary right.
He's warming up.
I'm here,
He's
boys.
coming on.
I'm here. I have to get some batteries.
Mr. Perpicelli's.
You sure?
What about the spare one? Are both gone, Ryan?
No, not batteries for the mic. Batteries for my
himself.
headphones.
As it goes.
Another big chance.
Edba on the far side lays it back to Silver. He's dangerous from here. Too long, Ricky. A little bit, but he did get the shot away in the end. He's got the class to do it from there. Just watching on the replay. A lot of legs, white shirts in front of him, so he only had to go high with that. It's the only option. So 1 apiece here on the Parlamento scoreboard. Game up for grabs, 3 points, very critical to both teams. Either supporter will debate. It's more important to each of the teams. 1 to avoid relegation and 2 for the finals. Brennan brings it down to feet. Should be cleared by Deleta for Olympic. Up the line, Punendis, good control. Could have been almost illegal. Katapides plays it wide. Here's a chance for Signorti. He's got plenty of blue shirts in the middle. If he can get it across, keeps it in. That's the first thing he's got. Cross comes in. Punendis too deep for him. De Silva lays it off. Chance. Edba, one way then the other. The shot wide of the uprights. What can I do, he says. Well, you can maybe put it on target. Probably maybe wanted some support. And that's well off target. but a goal attempt to Olympic. They've racked them up the second half spells.
Yeah, they sure have. They've had 5 shots on goal, thanks to Chemist King at Hectorville. So
And Comets?
Comets have had 7.
Okay, so very attacking second half.
Okay, so the goal kick taken here by Woodlands. Up went the ladder.
Ever since he got
Chance for Adelaide. He can make the... It's a goal by Adelaide. 2-1 to Olympic. Oh my gosh. What's happening to Comets? They have capitulated.
Oh, wouldn't say that.
2-1.
Beautiful work there by Edinburgh, staying on side, and then the finish. Nutmeg the goalkeeper, mind you. They've been missing him. Well, the Italian comes to the
2-1
fore.
up.
The Italian comes to the fore in a Greek derby. Can you believe that? I tell you, I was just about to say, since the other Italian, Deletta, got the yellow card for Olympic, he's played very well at the back.
Oh, he's a good player. So 2-1 to Olympic.
Well, there's one for the statisticians.
Gee, what were the odds when they were 1-0 up? Comets.
Well, and Comets have got a
And
very
cruising.
good record here. Olympic, mind you, as we said in the pre-match, have not won in the last 5 outings here, or in the last 5 meetings between the two.
So it's Anianto, 2-1 up to Olympic. Who would have thought that? As Yola's got it. After leading 1-0, they were cruising, weren't they?
Oh,
Comets.
incredible stuff.
We thought if they score another one, that it was going to be a cricket scoreline, but
and this is pretty much probably just about summing up their last 6 or 7 weeks.
Exactly.
And you can just see the nerves and they're not functioning on all cylinders at the moment, Comets.
Foul conceded by Olympic. Farquhar wanted to take it quick. Goes to Brennan wide. Plays it up the line, Yule. Keeps it in, gets the cut back. Could be a corner, will be a corner. Now, Ryan, we might just get you, I reckon, on this side towards the end, mate. I'm hearing flicking. I'm hearing all sorts of static going on. Maybe that's because he's walking. We'll give him a time to settle.
I think Ryan's prediction of 2-2 could come true.
Spiro's down there. Used to play with him many years ago. Left foot in, swinger. Near post, not dealt with. Edinburgh has to do the defending. Yule lurking. And that's going to be a throw into the Comets.
You play soccer, that is.
Yeah,
Okay.
Only you would think of anything else.
No.
We're at a soccer game, we're commentating soccer.
Yeah, okay.
Used to play with him. And what does Rob think? Chemist
Marvels.
King Warehouse.
Marvels on for.
Chemist King Hectorville. Sorry again, I've done it. Throw into the Comets.
We've just lost our sponsorship.
Oh, Farquhar with a shot. Goal attempt. Comes to Brennan. Left foot. No power. Direction was there. Easy take in the end for Atkins. That'll be a goal attempt, though, to Comets.
Your scoreline of 2-2, Ryan's coming to fruition just about. So it is Comets under the pump at the moment.
Now you're on, mate.
Am I back on?
You're on, mate.
You're on.
No static. It's good.
Rob, that's 2 weeks now you've made me walk during the game to get more batteries.
I do that on purpose.
What are you trying to tell him, Rob?
Yeah, what are you trying to tell me, Rob?
Nothing. Nothing, mate. As it
Nicholson.
goes, Nicholson goes in towards Farquhar. Back heels it. Looking for support. Goes out towards Kazmicki.
Boys, it was basically what I was saying at half-time. You give teams that have been battling a sniff, they take it. And this is what's happened. They haven't capitalised on their
Taken
chances.
corner. Cross comes in. Very deep. Welsh there to meet it. Keeps it in for the Comets. So Olympic not out of danger yet. They are leading 2-1. Punenda's doing the defending. Edba coming out to help the defence as well. Anianto heads it backwards. All the way back. Keramides plays it up the line. Yule. One way, then the other. Comets on the charge.
He's impressive.
Yule now gets the cross into the box. Weens couldn't control it. Punendes clears it at all costs. De Silva. High hole. Good control. She gets it to Punendes under extreme pressure. Did very well.
I like Pelindis today. Played well.
Crowd appreciate that. Aristokopoulos short. Signori under pressure. Aristokopoulos skies it to Punendes. He's at the tip of the box. Angle against him. Well shot on his hammer. Needs support.
Oh,
Gets
well
the
done.
cross instead. There's De Silva, lays it off for Edba. Little touch. Oh, Anianto lucky. Felled, probably win the free.
Yep. They're doing all right, Olympic.
If the Olympic got a third here, it'd be game over, wouldn't it? Almost a handball. Ball bobbling around the box, watching the replay. And Edba just a little bit too enthusiastic. Gives away the free kick.
So free kick will be taken here by the keeper. Just outside his box on the right-hand side. That's Woodlands. Gets it into attack. Little push out there by Matty Hearn.
Their defence has picked
Play
up.
on as it goes out. Is that Edba?
Yeah, he's almost
fell over
man of
his
the
own
match for
feet
me,
then.
mate.
Goes out to Brennan. One way, then the other. Euristokopoulos is there with him. Brennan leaves it for Farquhar. Farquhar's goes in towards play, goes down. No.
Well done, referee. No, spot on. Spot on.
And again?
Yeah, no, Gallen played for that. Watch the replay, Rob.
Yep.
Gallen, he went into, that's almost a yellow card, actually.
No. Momentum pushed him down again. He fell.
He went into the defender and just
But
took
still
a
the
dive.
momentum. No, he didn't dive.
Momentum?
Momentum pushed him down, I'm telling you.
It's probably the slow-mo replay that made me think that there wasn't much momentum.
Bit of a push.
Free header off the bar. Anianto, who scored the first for Comets, still not out of danger. Goal kick. So just watch the replay of that. Anianto hits the bar. Goal attempt gone wasted for the Comets.
They've had a few chances, haven't they?
And that didn't quite capture that on the replay, but you saw it live.
So goal kick to be taken here by Atkins.
Half an hour gone this second half. Viv Sports time clock. Parlamento scoreboard. Olympic 2, Comets 1.
Goes in towards the centre of the ground. Edba, nice header too. Trying to find De Silva in the way. It's Karamidas. Yull has won the ball.
Speedy.
Yeah, he's been.
Costamantis.
Well done, Hearn.
But Hearn's been good too.
Yeah, really good.
I've picked up this second half in defence.
Sure have.
Goes out to Farquhar, turns. 1-2, back to Farquhar, trying to go past. I see your players. Couldn't do it. Matty Hearn again.
That was
it
Deleta.
Deleta, yep. And the player going down.
As I said, ever since he got the yellow card, he's played like a good defender should. As we go to the substitutes bench, who's making the change? It looks like Olympic going to the bench.
Substitution here, boys, down here. Tito Bontor is coming on, boys.
And he's coming off there.
Not sure yet.
No one. We're going to play 12v11.
I think Aaron West. Was Aaron there? I would think Aaron Westervelt, wouldn't he?
He's still there. He's got hands on hips. Tip of the 18-yard box. Who's coming off?
No one knows.
Well, you can hear on the effects, Mike, that the supporters want the ref to get on with the game. So they might not make the change at this set piece, which is probably smart not to make the change yet.
Oh, they are.
Oh,
The cousin of Costamantis. Costamantis is coming off.
Okay. The youngster did a good job, I think,
Yeah.
for his first game.
Serviceable.
Serviceable, yep. Jogging off, taking his time. They are leading 2-1 Olympic.
Plenty of time. I think
Over Comets. Who would have thought that? After 5 minutes of the second half, that is.
Well, I'll tell you what, the form of the Comets, probably a few people might have picked that. Did anyone? No, I picked the draw. Did anyone pick the...
I picked Olympic.
Did he,
look at me
Brian?
for? Yes.
Yes, he did.
Oh, okay.
There's Brennan, which
It's not that I don't believe you, Rob.
99.9% of the
It's
time
just that I don't believe
I get him. As Brennan.
Oh, look at you.
But I think Comets will equalise as they go in the way. It's Westervelt. Katapides heads it on. Only as far as Karamidas. As Pomenendez find Bontor runs onto it. Edba's there too. Gets brought down.
Oh,
Could have been a free
late,
kick.
Brennan late. Yeah, that's a yellow card.
And he's going to get a
for the
yellow card for that.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, he went in very late. Sliding challenge. Oh, stud showing too. Looking at that replay. Did get the ball, he'll argue, but he got the man as well.
So it's Brennan with the yellow card.
Yep.
2 yellow cards in the game?
Yeah, that's all. One apiece.
Yep.
Thanks to Chemist King Hectorville.
I like that.
What's
you know,
that?
because just well refereed, I
Yeah,
reckon.
absolutely.
Oh, he's
Westerville getting a bit of curry from the
Captain
supporters here.
He's the
the
man.
referee, yeah.
So chance for Olympic now to go further ahead. They're 2-1 up over the Comets. Who would have thought, apart from Rob Peppicelli? Free kick comes in from Westerville. The deliverer first time. A free header by Punendis. Well off target. In fact, it's still in play. And Nicholson will tidy up.
Still knows how to take set pieces, doesn't he, Westerville?
Yeah, absolutely. You said watch him on the free kicks in the pre-match. As chance for Bontor in the box. Tried to cut it back. Did the right thing. Won the corner. Did the right thing, Titor Bontor.
I'm surprised Comets haven't gone to their bench for Pollock yet as a striker to try and change something up.
I agree.
Gee, Punendis was lurking too, just watching that replay. So Westerville, the deliverer.
So one arm up is short, 2 arms up is long.
Let's see if Rob's right again, as he is 99.9% of the time.
Yep, short.
Near post. See how it comes, left foot, central. It was near post. Oh, free shot at the back by Edba. Well off target, but another goal attempt wasted by Olympic. It did go actually near post, so you're right with the short one, Rob. And Edba had everything against him, angle, players in front of him, and off target.
Mitch Nicholson goes towards, just it down there by Brennan. As Ween switches play to Yole, he'll take on a player.
Who would you take off though? The Comets front line's pretty good.
Brennan.
Yeah, maybe Brennan, yeah. As it goes out, it's got a yellow card too, so it'll be a smart move. As it goes to Bontor. Trying to get to him, I think it was Golan. Goes down.
It's after disposal, no?
That's the other play that could come off is Golan.
Yeah. Just watching that on the replay. Yeah, he sandwiched a bit. That should have
Ends
been a
up
foul.
with Golan. Connor Golan goes out trying to find Farquhar, but it's cut out. Olympic have really stepped it up, haven't they, as they go into attack. Weens against 2 players. That's the ladder.
Yep.
And it goes out towards Bontor, and it goes over the sideline for a throw-in to Comets. We've played just approaching the 80th minute mark on the Viv Sports time clock. Parlamento scoreboard, Olympic 2, leading Comets 1.
Comets, foul after disposal, picked up by the referee. Weens the recipient. Don't know if we got that on the replay. Nicholson goes quickly. Brennan, one way then the other. Plenty of white shirts in the box. Laid off a Farquhar from distance. And well off target.
Nice shot.
Goal attempt gone wasted though. Gee, how many's that spells this half? 10th to the Comets. Thanks to Chemist King Hectorville. This round 19 action thanks to AMC Commercial Cleaning. Live at the Parks Football Centre. Olympic hosting the Comets and they lead 2-1.
So they'll be cleaning the ground after the game, will they?
Maybe.
Could be. As the goal kick is taken. Here by Atkins, looking for Ponendis as up with Nicholson. Brennan's there. So Kizmicki will take this throw in. Andreas Weens looking, and it goes over the sideline for a throw in. Can they hang on, boys? 9 minutes to go, plus time on.
Plenty of time, Rob, plenty of time.
No, they're nearly half a chance to score another, I reckon.
So Comets, will they go out of the 6 by the end of the season?
Phenomenal.
They could. As it goes out to Bontor. Could be a foul after disposal
and a yellow
as
card
well.
to boot.
And that's against Kizmicki, is it?
Yep. Kizmicki gets the 3rd yellow card of the evening. 2 yellow cards to the Comets, 1 to Olympic. And the foul's mounting up for the Comets spells.
Well, not on my stat sheet.
Oh, good Lord.
Not in the second half, it's not.
No?
No, only a couple of fouls to them.
So
Set 7 to Olympic again, so...
It's Westerveld goes with a ball into attack. They go. Could end up with a play, but well done. The Comets goes to Golan. Golan gets it out to Farquhar. He's a chance for Comets. Farquhar, no one going against. He's going to shoot.
Oh, no.
Now somebody went. Goes out to Anianto.
Hearns hurt himself.
As it goes out, he's on the ground. He hasn't moved, actually.
Oh, he's hurt himself badly. Hasn't moved.
He's got to stop this game.
Has to stop the game. Let's have a look what happened to Hearn. Gee, copped one at point blank. You're right, though. No one was charging Farquhar down. Hearn came across.
Just let him go on his own.
Hurt himself in the challenge. Farquhar, tip of the box. It's just maybe the fall on him.
Yeah, after.
Yeah, just a commitment.
Awkward fall. Hearn's back on his feet. Game resumes. Nicholson for the Comets. She put Farquhar under pressure. Welsh on the halfway line. Anianto. Westervelt making sure he knows he's still on the park. Aaron Westervelt. Anianto quickly taking free kick. Wayne's tried to turn.
Here they go.
Here's a chance for Yule. He's in the box. They get in each other's way, Weens and Yule, and in the end, a goal attempt, but no power in it. And an easy take for Atkins in the end, who just soaks up the clock, but I still think 7 minutes of normal time. Still a bit too early to go those tactics. De Silva under it. Tornendes, Anianto, Bontor, body check, play on says the referee. Up the line. Gee, could be a yellow card too. Yep, he's consistent at least. Signora gets the yellow card for Olympic. So that's now 2 apiece. Cynical late, whatever you like. Comets have the free kick to be taken by Nicholson.
So Mitch Nicholson, the captain, what can he do? Can he get his Chargers back into this game? They are down 2-1 at the moment. Time's running out. 6 minutes plus time on to go. Welsh goes right-hand side of the park. Golan's there. Yole. I'm amazed they haven't made any more changes to Comets as they go into attack. And Brennan again over the crossbar.
He did well to get to it.
Yeah, he sure did.
And
deep cross from beyond, and once again Brennan, just a couple more centimetres, he could have brought it down, but gee, was always going up. Comets.
So goal kick be taken here by Atkins.
Is that a dozen goal
No
attempts?
changes yet to Ryan from the... Doesn't look like no one's warming up.
No changes, won't be no changes.
Gee.
So headed out of play there.
A guy with Donny Pollock, so capable of
It's not even warming up.
Scoring quite easily.
He was warming up quite rigorously about 10 minutes ago, but then he just got told to sit on the bench. So I think that's it for Comets tonight.
Gee. Kuzmicki now plays it short to Anianto. G turns it over to Erba. Erba, good turn, looking for an overlapping run. Anianto did well, holding both ways. Referee's seen it going the way of... here we go.
No,
nothing in it.
Nothing in it, of course. Anianto and Erba. Enthusiasm plus from both of them. Free kick to Comets. Referee wants it taken back.
10th foul committed by Olympic in the second half, which isn't as much as about...
yellow card to Erba. Gee, is that a yellow card?
Yeah, it's a yellow card.
Yep.
Haven't you ever seen one?
Was it a yellow card offence, Mr. Pepicelli?
Yeah, we don't know what he said to him. So
True.
I think it was a yellow card offence, boys. It was like a rugby tackle, so...
Well, there was...
It's a bit
to be fair,
delayed.
a bit closer there, Ryan, but it was 50-50. But anyway.
Wasn't much.
I think it was for...
Yo, into the box. Hearn clears it. Westervelt should get him out of trouble. He's making hard work of it. An accidental hand to the face for Farquhar. As Welsh does well to bring it down.
Oh.
That could have been a bit of holding by De Silva. Olympic come away. It's Comets that come away with it. Brennan. That was more a cross, but it came off as a shot. And Yule now goes to apply the pressure. Atkins, interesting clearance. Finds Ristokopoulos. Short to De Silva. Backtracking. Hearn. Punendis. De Silva. Showed too much of the ball in the end to Keramides, and that's out of play. Throw into the Comets. Now they're trying the old stall tactics, and the referee helping him with that, saying go back and take it 2 metres back. That's exactly what's been done.
So throw in taken here by Comets. Can they pull one back to at least get a draw in this game? Olympic, if they can win, they've still got a chance for that top 6, haven't they?
Well, yeah, but...
Sort of snuck away from that relegation zone.
I wonder what's the more concerning to him.
That'll be only 3 points behind top 6 as it goes to Golan. He's done okay in the second half. He's hit the
Barnett's
ball a
done
lot.
well since he's taken over too. Just quietly.
As it goes to Mitch Nicholson. Fair bump by Westerveld.
He's a tough nut, isn't he?
Always has been.
Always will be. Gee, that was almost out of the box. Linesman, what are you looking at?
No problems, Welsh. Mitch Nicholson approaching the 88th minute mark. Time's running out. Goes out to Weens. Chance for Anianto. Can he find the opening?
Good
shot!
save.
Still a save. It was a save. I thought there was going to be a shot there.
That was a shot
on the rebound.
Yeah, no.
On the rebound. And
Hearn got there first.
And Matty Hearn clears it.
Just
And,
watching the replay, Anianto, good work in close quarters there. Nice shot. Would have been half him to save. Would have seen it late, and Hearn did well in aiding Atkins from the corner kick. Headed away by Olympic. Out of the danger zone momentarily. It'll come back at him. Comets now pushing forward. Nicholson one way then the other. Kosmicki finds its way to Farquhar. Eventually in the box. He's had the ball taken off him. Anywhere will do for Olympic. Here's to Silva. It's a battle of the pacemen. Oh! An errant foot there. But Keramides did well. And he'll come away with it to Nicholson for the Comets.
So Nicholson goes into attack. Can Comets get this equaliser? Goes out right hand side. Yoel, can he get to it? No, he can't. And it goes out for a goal kick.
Boys, Olympic about to make a change here.
This is a time-wasting thing.
I'm a bit surprised that Theo Sonis has made only one change.
And that was forced.
Boys, Christos is coming off. Panides for Julio Abadia.
Gee, well,
Abadia coming on.
Full applause to Penendez today. Absolutely superb. I mean, he's a big unit. He moves beautifully. He's been a real presence in the air. He's scored a goal.
Yep.
He's right up there in the man of the match today.
Yep. Matty Hearn's up there, I reckon.
Yep.
Erba
Big,
as well.
strong
And
stopper back there.
Daleta, after he got the yellow card, has played very well.
So into attack. Olympic go. In the way though, Welsh. Goes to Keramides. Keramides looking for Yoel. It's come unstuck for the Comets the last month. Even plus as it goes to Weens. Can get inside the box. There's a chance! Oh no! Should have put it in maybe.
Brennan, yeah.
And with his left foot too.
Gee whiz, I'd like to see
It's
that
cleared.
on replay. Yeah, blimey.
Goes
Point blank range.
Welsh. Gee. Thought it wasn't heavy enough, but it is. And away go Comets on the right-hand side.
Comets now through Keramides. Farquhar, next in line. Could be Keramides. No, he's going to go long into the box. Getting out on, was it Bontor? Not cleared convincingly. Farquhar tip of the box. Erba doing the defending, helping the defenders. Erba did very well. I think he's done very well. Player going down quite easily for me. The referee just going to get the player some attention, but let's just see that on the replay.
Taiwan too, boys.
Have a look at Brennan's chance, just going back to the replay. Beautiful cut back. Gee, should have done better with the left foot.
Yep.
Open boot there, side-footed.
There are more referees like this bloke in soccer.
Told you, he's
Be a
good.
far better game.
He's a great referee.
Yeah.
I've been impressed with this bloke.
Good one. There's a few out there.
1 minute of extra time played on the Viv Sports time clock. Comets come again. It's into the box. Westerveld gets his head on it. So does Welsh. So does Westerveld. Anianto goes wide. Comets. Could this be the last roll of the dice? Brennan again getting up. But over the bar. He's had a few headed chances.
Aaron Westfield man of the match for just being here.
Take it easy, Rob.
His
like a
presence is
brick.
magnificent.
Like
He's
a brick.
Yeah.
You know what I like about this referee, boys? He doesn't make the game about him.
Yep.
He controls it.
Spot on.
He speaks to him, and he's a great referee.
Minute and a half gone of extra time. Olympic now with the ball, although it'll come back at him. Nicholson gets his head on it. Weens was a target. Westerveld, cool, calm and collected, but just hacks it forward. Anywhere will do. He's given up possession cheaply. Woodlands goes wide. Comets now. Yule turns, Feld, wins a free kick. So now, 2 minutes of extra time being played on the Viv Sports time clock. Parlamento scoreboard 2-1 in favour of Olympic. Last minute of the mandatory 3, because not all subs have been made today, or tonight I should say. So Nicholson, this could be the last roll of the dice for the Comets. Plenty of white shirts in the box. Keeper should come for this. Oh, he's missed it completely. And Hearn
lucky.
clears it. I don't know if there's any flies here tonight, but I reckon he was trying to swat some there, old Atkins.
See the replay on that one.
Gee whiz. Did have a sea of players in front of him, to be fair to him. But back to the live play. Olympic clear the danger up to the halfway line. Nicholson brings it down. Being held. Would have been a free kick. Will be a free kick.
Abadia there.
Yeah, a bit too enthusiastic. Cramp. Strikes again. Nicholson quickly. Time the enemy. Farquhar comes. Farquhar tries a 1-2, gets felled. Westervelt takes his time this time.
Well done.
More intelligent defending as Erba. He's a smart lad. Takes it to the line. He'll hold it up and wins the throw in. Too good, son. It's either Erba or Hearn for me.
Gee.
I don't know about you boys.
The amount of good players Comets have got at Olympic have done magnificent.
Marcelina, man of the match.
To win this game.
My nomination, Erba or Hearn? Any seconders? Anyone want to throw their hat in the ring?
I like Hearn.
3.5 minutes of extra time. Where's it come from? A couple of injuries, I suppose. Olympic into attack. That'll help him. De Silva. He can hold on to it. He's got Bontor here if he needs it. Turns it over to Brennan, but they win it back. Westervelt takes a shot from distance. Straight into the bread basket of the keeper, who clears. Approaching 4 minutes of extra time. Comets.
He's played well too.
Need to do something. Brennan. Oh, good challenge there by Katapides. A very hard second half effort by the complete Olympic team.
Christos Panides, boys, for me.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep, I'd sort of more preferring somebody through the middle that's made a bit of a presence than the stopper.
Goes long. Gee, we're over 4 minutes of extra time. Where's it come from? Edinburgh back there helping the defenders. Oh, that's a crude challenge. Crude challenge by Abadia. Red, yeah.
Oh, dear.
I can't argue with that, boys. That was totally crude. Look at that. Oh, yeah, no. Boot to the head. No, that's red. Well done, the referee. I'm sorry. Abadia, that is a certain red card.
Oh, Abadia comes on and goes off.
Oh, my dear. Is that what you said, Rob?
I said Abadia.
Have a look at this on the replay. Great vision. High foot, boot to the head.
Oh, yeah.
No hesitation. No, that was straight red.
Boys, there's substitution here.
Oh, a bit late.
I was about to say, I think it's about 25 minutes too late, boys.
Who are they putting on?
I'll probably
Donny
take
Pollock.
What? That is ridiculous.
So,
what would you put a player on just for the whistle to go?
who's the player down after all that, Rob? Who was that? No, it wasn't Karamides, was it? No. He's still up and about. Let's have a look on the replay.
Like
Number 3.
Shin straight in the face,
Kosmicki, yeah.
didn't
Kosmicki.
He might have been knocked out.
he? Shin and a boot.
No, he's moving. He's okay. Just a boot to the head. Here it is in close-up. Oh, high stud. Yeah, everything wrong about that challenge. Abadia. That was...
What was he thinking?
That should be in the manual of how not to challenge. That was...
It's their 13th foul for the second half.
Kosmicki's all right. Just talking to the physios. I'll take him off. Probably doesn't want to come off, to be fair to him. And Pollock already on. He's not giving him a chance to think. Well, I don't know how much time is left, boys. We've played 6 minutes of extra time.
Well,
I know 2 of that was probably taken up with that injury.
Yeah, exactly.
This has to be the last thrust forward, surely, for the Comets.
So
They trail 2-1.
Woodlands. I suppose they put Pollock on just for this last
Roll of the
ditch
dice.
effort.
Yeah, but why wasn't it made 20
It
minutes?
should have been.
Oh, what
where's
was
it?
that?
It's going up that way. Mitch Nicholson got his head to it. It'll be clear by Olympic. Keeper's not in goals. But luckily...
Bontor should have kept going, and that's it.
And that's
Full
it.
time. 6.5 minutes of extra time.
How would you feel if you were Pollock?
Yeah, not too happy, but anyway, that is full time here at the Parks Football Centre.
Man of the match, boys.
I put my nominations up. Round 19 action, thanks to AMC Commercial
I think,
Cleaning. Very entertaining
Spells
game.
is Ponendus.
I'm Penendus.
And
We got like
Brian's
a
Ponendus.
2-2 split.
I'm Matty Hearn.
I'm Matty Hearn and Erba, just for something different. Gee, Ryan just doesn't know where to go. I don't blame you, son.
No, all good,
Robbie,
boys.
you normally have the final say, Rob.
Yeah,
Come
go
on.
Ponendus. I think
it's really.
I think that's a great choice there.
Good for the competition, I reckon.
Yeah, I'll go with Spells and.
So
Ryan.
referee's walking off there. As our boys should be capturing that. Where are you, Chappie or Pete? Who's on our referees going? That's it. Nice work. Just watch them go off right into the sunset or the moonlight.
Did a great job, Captain Cook, Daniel Cook.
And he's surprised.
All of the decisions he made were pretty spot on.
So, yeah, very good referee.
Mickey Barnett.
Daniel Cook on screen.
What a coach, huh?
Yeah,
Mickey Barnett.
He's turned him around, hasn't he?
He's been out of the scene for a while.
And
coached at Metro Stars.
We'll just get...
I think he coached down at Western Strikers, if I remember.
Christos Punendes mic'd up and eared up for our Marcelina Man of the Match presentation. And when the boys are ready, they'll turn around to the camera. But well refereed by Daniel Cook. He did a very good job, and she was...
We'll look at the 3-2-1-2, the Boost Juice Player of the Year awards as well after this presentation.
We'll go down to our boundary rider. Thanks to Dry Creek Auto Wreckers to make the Marcelina Man of the Match presentation with, from Olympic, Christos Punendes.
Boys, I've got Christos here. He was very shocked, but I've slipped him a quick 100 because I looked after you, you know. But nah, well done, Christos. Here you go. Here's the envelope for the pizza.
Cool, thank you
Man of
very
the
much.
match, Marcelina, man of the match. Christos, as we were saying when I was just miking you up there, you looked down and out in the first half. What happened in the second half? You came out with a complete different intensity, and you got the result that was there.
Yeah, I reckon the goal definitely shocked us. As soon as we scored, they scored, we felt we had to press, so we pressed, went to a 4-4-2, and we just thought we'd press and we went for it, and it worked out for us.
It's been a bit of an indifferent season. You've had three coaches now, you've had multiple player changes. Is it a bit too late now, or you've had your one eye over the shoulder looking at relegation? Do you feel you're safe, or you need a couple more wins?
I feel like we're safe, but I reckon another win or two will definitely confirm it, just to let us play with these for the last couple of games, you know.
Did you come out expecting to beat Comets, or were you expecting a tough battle?
We knew they hadn't won for the past couple of games, so we knew they were going to come out firing. So we knew we were in for a battle, but we just thought, you know, come out, play our game, work hard, and hope we get the result.
And because it was a game with two halves, what was Mickey Barnett's comments at halftime? What was his chat?
Yeah, he was saying, you know, we weren't obviously playing our best game, but he said, you know, we've come in, you know, 0-0, I think it was, keep calm, play our game, we'll change it up after 5-10 minutes, which we did. And he said it should work out, just keep on working hard, so that's what we did.
Boys, I think you've got a couple of questions. I think they're itching to ask you some stuff.
Yeah, well done, Christos. I mean, the amount of players that you've changed around in this team, and also, obviously, you've changed the coach, Mickey Barnett coaching. Magnificent effort by the boys. I thought when Comets took the lead 1-0, it was going to be how much were Comets going to win, but you turned it around. Magnificent. Well done.
Yeah, cool. Thank you very much. Yeah, we have a group of 7-8 boys who've stuck around the whole season, and I think that's the main core that we'll try to keep for next year. But we keep on fighting. The players that come in are fighting for us, and we're working as a group. Mickey Barnett's bringing us together, so it's all working well at the moment.
Christos also was part of the plan to play a little bit closer to Ed, but I think you two played a little bit far apart in that first half. But second half, you seemed to gel and be in the right place at the right time. Yeah,
that's what happened. We half time we said we'll change it to a 4-4-2 where we played together. We've been doing that the past couple of weeks, and it's been working well. So we changed it the second half, and we work well together. You know, flicking them on, working, reading each other. So lucky it worked today.
Was part of the tactics in the first half to let them use their energy and we'll try and get them on the counter, or were you just under the pump?
No, we planned to sit off a little bit. You let them play. We felt if we were to press them, they could easily play through the cracks. We've watched other games and do that. So our plan was just to sit deep a bit, hold them, and then go for the counter.
And Christos, they use your height a lot from kickoffs all around the ground, and I think that's what you know, we really liked about your game. You kept presenting yourself. You're very good in the air. And for a big guy, you get around the park really well. So, you know, congratulations on your game today. It was really well earned.
Yeah, cool. Thank you very much.
And Aaron Westervelt, the old war horse.
If you're talking about a big guy there, that's
I was just going to say, how's he going to take that?
Not Christos. Yeah, Aaron Westervelt's the big guy.
But his set pieces, when he takes his set pieces, corners and all that, he's magnificent at it, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. I mean, we scored a couple of weeks ago against Croydon from a corner. The other week from a corner. His balls in are amazing. So we really try to get a height in there, get around the ball, and Yeah, his bowl's just perfect, so it works well for us.
Ryan asked you a little bit about this earlier on, Christos, but do you look over your shoulder and think that we want to get points to avoid relegation, or is there a top 6 chance
well, 3 points
for you
behind,
as well?
mate.
Yeah, exactly.
3 points behind.
Yeah, well, before this game, we came in thinking, we win the game, we're safe from relegation, then we can look for top 6. And as you said, we're 3 points away now, so with 3 games left, anything can happen. So we win those 3 or 1 or 2, we could be in there.
We're talking to the Marcelino man of the match from Adelaide Olympic, Christos Bounendis. Christos, how disruptive has it been with the coach changes? Do you think Mickey Barnett's the man to take you guys for next season as well?
Yeah, from what I've seen, Mickey's done everything we could ask for. He really just focused on gelling us together as a team. As you said, a lot of players have come in and out of our team. So his focus on just gelling us together, working to play as a team, and it's worked for us really well.
So as a player, how frustrating was it for you guys at the start? Do you think now we can see the best of Olympic now that you seem to be more settled, at least from a coaching point of view?
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. All the changes of coaches was disrupting us. You can see half of the season we weren't playing very well because we were changing week in, week out. So with Mickey here for a couple of weeks, 6-7 weeks, he's just stayed with the same thing, same philosophy, and it's really worked for us.
Thanks, mate.
Boys, I just got one more question. What was the defining moment in the season? Was it Mickey Barnett coming in, or was it Ricky De Silva and other players coming in? What was the defining moment that really kickstart your second half of the season?
I personally think when Mickey came in, the first game we had against Metro, he actually wasn't there, and Cole took us, Cole Robinson, and we fought that game. We won 1-0, just won it, and that was a huge win. And from there on, that just turned our season around, just that confidence to battle it out.
Good on you, Christos. Congratulations on the Marcelino man of the match from Olympic. Ryan, you've made the presentation, and now we're going for pizzas with Christos. Is that right?
Yeah, definitely.
Pizzas with Christos.
Greatly deserved, Christos.
So, Spells, let's have a look at those stats to see. I would imagine Comets probably won every column there, except probably the most important one, which was the goal column.
Yeah, well, and not the foul column, and I think it showed. There was let's have a look, 23 fouls committed by Olympic, and that wasn't in any manner about saying that they were a bit rough or a bit undisciplined. It was just, I think, more about their intensity and their will and their want to stay in the game and get in the game. And I think that's a really sort of pertinent sort of look at where this game was. They really fought hard for it, Olympic, and they fully deserved it. Looking in total, as I said, Olympic...
Goal attempts probably would be a key one for me.
Yes, well, goal attempts overall for Olympic, they had 12 shots on goal in comparison to 21 shots on goal by the Comets.
A lot of shots.
And they just simply couldn't find the net, which is something that Mitch talked about. And it just seems to be just following through with them at the moment. They're creating opportunities, but just cannot find the back of the net.
What's your take, Ryan, on the Comets? I mean,
Oh,
why
Mitch.
put Pollock on the last...
I think that's because Kuzmeki got injured, so I think that's the reason why they made the substitution.
All right.
Yeah, but Robbie's probably asking why wasn't that move made earlier on in the game?
Yeah.
Mate, your guess is as good as mine. If I was coach, you're 2-1 down, I would be making a substitution straight away. Because what are you going to lose? 3-1, 4-1, or draw 2-2, or win 3-2? What are you going to lose?
Yeah,
A win, a loss, a loss.
You got Samoro as well. They're great players.
Yeah, I would have definitely made a change straight away. I would have brought Brennan off and maybe Connor Golan off and just try and do
Put
something.
those, exactly.
Because you're 2-1 down now. What's a loss? The only record books are going to see the numbers, not the tables.
Especially with 10 minutes to go.
Exactly.
Why not?
And then perhaps is that part of the problem at the moment with Theo? He's just sort of backing his men in. They've got a lot of recruits. Maybe he's just a little bit apprehensive to, take a couple off. And
But were they playing that bad to make a change? They
weren't playing
You're
bad.
2-1 down.
No, they weren't playing bad.
You're
But you're
2-1
2-1 down now. You've got to make a
Have
change.
you ever seen a team down and not make changes?
Oh, probably tonight it was a little bit static. I was surprised it was only one was made. But they were doing everything bar scoring the goals. They even hit the woodwork Spells, if that's in your stats as well. It's probably hard for Theo to do. When do I make the change?
Pollock, instead of hitting the crossbar, he might score. That's why you make your change.
Oh, he might not get a goal attempt. You can't go hypothetical like that. But they were doing everything right, and he's probably thinking it's going to come. I don't need to make a change.
Well,
I don't know what's going
It's going to have to come soon.
It didn't come.
He's going to have to make some changes and shake things up a little bit.
Something's wrong down there because they haven't won a game for a while.
They're definitely not playing bad football.
I was just going to ask that. They're not playing bad.
They're not playing bad football. The first half, they were all over Olympic like a rash. They just couldn't finish. And at half-time, I basically said, when you give teams that are battling, you give them a sniff builds confidence, and confidence creates wins. That's what's happened for
Daniel
Olympic.
Atkins saved a certain goal.
Yeah, saved it. That was a great
Reflex
save.
yeah.
But you've created a win for Olympic. As soon as they've gone 2-1 down, give it a couple of minutes, 5 minutes. If things aren't happening, you've got to create a spark. And a substitution,
That's
you
right.
hope creates
Especially the
a
last
spark.
10 minutes.
It doesn't matter if you're playing good or playing bad. You're 2-1 down. You need to create something. And a substitution in Donny Pollock, who can score goals, would or could create that spark.
So, they scored in the 69th minute mark, Olympic, to go 2-1 up.
Yeah.
So in the 80th or even the 85th minute,
75th. You give it 5 minutes.
Yeah.
If not, which it didn't, all right, we need to make a substitution
even
here.
10 minutes,
Yeah, 75th. Well, that's round 19 action, thanks to AMC Commercial Cleaning, boys.
We've got to go to the 3-2-1
Do you put that
boost
in?
juice.
I've got to ask you a question. Theo Sunos, do you put that down to inexperience?
As a coach?
As a coach?
He's been around.
Been around for a couple of years.
And he's
but you
had
put
good
that-
success too,
More than
Ryan.
a couple of years he's been around.
Can a club like Comets, if they miss out on the 6, is that Sayonara Theo Sunos at Comets? Because a club like Comets, you're expecting, when you recruit big like that, you're expecting results.
You bet, absolutely. And I think that's
Where are
the
they on the table?
situation.
They're fifth net. They've gone to fifth.
3, and like you said, Olympic are 3 points out from the 6.
Yeah, but they're still 7 points clear.
Yeah,
so
but when you're sitting second right behind Adelaide City, now you're battling to stay in the 6.
Well, an interesting night, one that Theo will be scratching his head about. They sort of did everything right but come away with the 3 points. Boys, just go through some of the
3-2-1s. We're going to do
3-2-1, and then we'll check
boost
out what
juice.
else happened in round 19.
So I think everyone wanted that Matty Hearn.
It's got to be in there somewhere.
So
He'll be at
Christos
2.
Ponindas with 3, Matty Hearn with 2, and Foster Edinburgh with 1.
Sounds
Agreed.
fair
I
enough.
think we're all right with that.
Yep, absolutely.
That's the 3-2-1 Player of the Year.
Boost juice.
Boost Juice, Hollywood Plaza.
And of course, the Marcelina man of the match who took away the voucher was from Adelaide Olympic, Christos Punandis. And some of the results earlier on in round 19, Rob, we'll go through those quickly.
We've covered them.
Croydon Kings defeating Parry Hills 1-0. Adelaide City defeating Cumberland 2-0. Metro Stars 3-2 winners over Adelaide United Youth. West Adelaide, good win over Blue Eagles 2-1. And Burkhallen and Campbelltown had a draw there.
Draw.
Now looking at the table, I've got the update here. Adelaide City.
That's not the update though.
Well, it's not update. It's only the two, the Comets and the other one there, an Olympic. So Adelaide City on top on 44, Metro's on 40. Then we got West Adelaide on 33, Croydon Kings on 33. Adelaide Comets go to 32 in 5th spot. Burkhallen stay in the top 6 on 27. Closely by Campbelltown on 25, Parry Hills and Olympic on 24 apiece. Adelaide United Youth on 20, Blue Eagles on 16 and Cumberland on 7. So to me the relegation is between obviously Blue Eagles and Adelaide United. I reckon the others are pretty safe.
Yes, as you saw, that good form by Mickey Barnett since he's
4
taken
out of
over.
their last 6.
Absolutely, they've done very well. Adelaide Olympic survival guaranteed now looking at those figures. Comets, big worries for them. Where do they go to from here? They got the finals coming up around the corner. If they actually make the 6 and stay in the 6.
They will make the 6, yes.
Well, it's still 3 rounds to go. Next week we're out at Parra Hills, and that was a big game too that we're covering, Rob.
Parra Hills and Burkhallen.
Big game.
So if Parra Hills can sneak a win there, they could possibly, depending how much they win by though, get into the top 6. They have to win by a lot.
3 rounds to go. Can Olympic do something and maybe surprise everyone and get in that 6? Can Comets stay in the 6? All will be told in a few weeks' time. That's about it from us here at the Parks Football Centre. We hope you've enjoyed it. It's been a very pleasant night here tonight. No wind, no rain. Beautiful day here in Adelaide, 19 degrees.
Just very, very chilly. I know
Fresh.
you boys are up there nice and warm, but it's
I don't know about warm,
chilly
but
down here.
We're not hugging each other.
Oh, you're right next to Paul. Paul and Spells.
That's why
you got
we-
Rob Peppercelli dead centre. He generates heat. He's a
Don't start. Don't start. We don't want to go to Facebook.
Everybody knows Rob Peppercelli.
That's why we gave you dad batteries too, Ryan, to
There's
just try to
only
keep
one
you warm.
Peppercelli.
Thanking AMC Commercial Cleaning, we're our match day sponsors for round 19. We leave you with a final score. The hosts running out victors tonight 2-1 over the Comets in a very entertaining game. Hopefully you catch the replay of it if you didn't see it already live this evening, but a very entertaining game. From the entire team of FFSA TV, from Chappie to Young Pete to Ryan to Jimbo to Spells to Rob Peppicelli and yours truly, Paul Pellizzari, we bid you a very warm good night, and we'll catch you next week for the match of the round.
Yeah.
Ciao.